Yes, 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 yes. It's Friday, y'all. Friday. Conversations in Creek with my brother DJ Shimmy. We may see Sweet Mama G.
I'm starting to hold my own. 24 bottles, I'm in my zone. Starting to feel like rappers is clones. Get your girlfriend, she's attached, I'm on the road. Always calling my phone. Just got a text from her, she's so alone. Put my feelings aside, I'm getting thrown. In the book, just reminiscing on feelings, it's getting old. History's in the making. I'm done with all of y'all faking. Ego, my ego big as a basement. Mixtape dropped, y'all can tell I'm making a statement. Shawty look like Rihanna. Into the groove, she switch it up to Madonna. Back then, I used it as a reminder. But I ain't sweating it like a sauna. Hardest flow on the record. Suckers want me on records. Living life is a blessing. Probably settle down when I meet a chick off the Essence. Not really my preference. Ray-Bans looking crisp, caught me a Lexus. Sometimes I see you putting the effort. You want me as your man, I'm like, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Ain't nothing changed but the name, I'm still the same. Real talk, I'm at the top of my game. Doing my thing, huh? Doing my thing, huh?
Yes.
Doing my thing, huh? Ain't nothing changed but the name, I'm still the same. Real talk, I'm at the top of my game. Doing my thing, huh?
As we warm up, y'all.
Fourth quarter, I'm going for it. Taking over like Kobe, you know I'm going for it. Couple drinks on the side, I like to drink them slow. Scenery from the beach, that's just the way it goes. You know your girl love me, Monday to Sunday. I do it good, but suckers hate me for it like a Monday. All we know is gunplay, so you know that be rolling. I'm dangerous, Larry Bird from the wing, don't leave me open. Black paint with the interior just to match it. Set a goal, don't punter on it, you better grab it. Flow sharp, yeah, my flow sharp, just like a cactus. It ain't hip hop if you ain't mentioning street tactics. Fall back before you get your wig split. Where I'm from, we some gorillas. Pull out banana clips, y'all only here for the moment. No, never lasting. I burn rappers, treat them like toilets, pee on their ashes. Do it better than legends. I do it better than legends. Sometimes I see you putting the effort. You want me as your man, I'm like, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Ain't nothing changed but the name, I'm still the same. Real talk, I'm at the top of my game. Doing my thing, huh? Doing my thing, huh? Doing my thing, huh? Ain't nothing changed but the name, I'm still the same. Real talk, I'm at the top of my game. Doing my thing, huh? First off, let me shout out Creek, cause he the one that give me tactics when it comes to these streets. I'm authentic, rap game, I be his magician. All balls, I go hard, I've been on a mission. Can't take heat, then why the heck you be in the kitchen? Got beef that better come with some biscuits. You talking mad slick like you got it, but you don't even got it.
All right, everyone.
I make it look spotless, four door, open door.
As we get this thing kicked off, y'all know how we do it. It's our special Friday. And let me tell y'all something. My brother-in-law definitely shows that support. He's always the first one in speaking to us. And we're going to hit these comments up. He said, "What's up, fam?" And then we got Miss Marla. Shouts out to Miss Marla, another one. She's another real one. She said, "I like the hat, Calvin Pop." Ooh, she called you a pop. Okay. And she said, "Creek, you got on my favorite color." Thank you there, Miss Marla. And brother-in-law said, "What up, Creek and Mr. and I mean Shimmy." Miss Marla, hey, brother-in-law. Hi, Sweet Mama G. Got cuz in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Shouts out to DJ Excel. What up? What's going on, my brother? Miss Marla, again, I'm waiting for you to put the link in the comment section. Okay. All right, the link is coming. Miss Christina said, happy birthday, Shimmy. See, I wonder how she remember.
Who was that said that?
Miss Christina.
Miss Christine. Oh, yeah. We're Facebook friends.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I forgot, Shimmy. Happy new chapter, my brother. Miss
Yeah,
Wallace said, not much Excel. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah.
What
51
number did you
today.
hit? 51. Okay. That's
Yeah,
what I'm talking about.
51. I
My cousin,
mean,
she on her way. 51.
yeah. Uh, today's the 15th and 51. So, you kind of play with those numbers 1 5, 5
Oh, okay.
1, 11 55. Hey,
Right.
5 5 11.
That's what I'm talking
Nice
about.
day.
We got Miss Leslie in the building. Miss Leslie Holzauer in the building. Good to see you, Miss Leslie. What's up, Christina? Happy new chapter, Shimmy. Miss Leslie said, and Miss Christina said she only 36. You can cut off the only now. You're 36. No, Miss Christina. Okay. Cuz, how was your week?
My week was beautiful. Happy birthday,
Thank you, ma'am.
Tammy. I wanted to
Thank
make
you.
sure I got on because I'm sometime sweet Mama G.
Oh, dang, cuz you caught me.
I caught y'all, and if anybody got anything to ask me about my schedule, didn't I tell y'all don't be in my business?
I,
Okay.
I, I,
Oh yeah, people sent me the clip. Trust and
uh,
believe they did.
what simp did that?
Whole bunch of them.
Oh my gosh. All right,
Oh,
cuz. Huh? Go ahead. What you gonna say?
oh, nothing.
Oh, okay. All right. Man, it is beautiful seeing y'all up here. I'm gonna tell y'all that much. And y'all gotta remember, I'm gonna be over here multitasking a little bit. Somebody just said multitasking, so now I'm saying multitasking. Knowing good and well, I ain't that good at multitasking. DJ XL says Shimmy out here with the baby powder silk neckerchief like he down there pimping. He is. Miss Marla said, wow, y'all Facebook friends? You didn't accept my friend request, Calvin.
I'm sorry, Miss Marla. I didn't get it. Maybe it's
Uh,
under your alias name. I don't remember seeing it, but make sure you have a picture because I don't confirm Facebook requests unless I see a picture. Don't send me no cartoon or no graffiti of um young Joe. Put a picture with that request.
hey,
I got you.
shouts out to TikTok in the building. Today we're having our we usually do the music, but today we're having our relationship podcast, and you guys are more than welcome to step in and say what y'all got to say to put a piece into the mix of what we're talking about marriages and relationships. Also, don't forget Wednesday we have our brutally honest rap show for all the independent hip hop artists. Send y'all music, submit y'all music, and we're gonna get y'all on, shown up, and we review your music. So, but right now we're here on uh YouTube, but we're trying to build up TikTok before they get shut down. But we hope they don't get shut down anyway, because that's some hateration right there, trying to shut them people down. All right. So but if y'all wanted to get on to see the full show, we're here on YouTube at Street Tactics Media Channel. Street Tactics Media Channel. If y'all want to see the full show. Okay. DJ XL said he remind me of the old school dude that was talking about Suge Avery. I heard she got that nasty girl disease. Oh my gosh. It got jokes today. Hold on one second. Let's see what we got here. What's going on, y'all? TikTok. Man, you know what? I got to figure out how I can hear you guys. That's the thing. Let me see something. Hold on one second, guys. I'm trying to see if there's a way that I can hear y'all. But meanwhile, I'm gonna work on listening to y'all, and I want y'all to join in on what we're gonna say. All right. So, now, cuz you want to start off with your the mental health check. Shouts out to Tiffany McCrae. Says, hey everybody, happy Friday. Thank you for coming in, Miss Tiffany. We appreciate your presence. Go ahead, cuz.
All right. Thank you, Miss Tiffany, also for the cash app. Thank you so much. I did send your message on Facebook Messenger, so much appreciated. Greetings and salutations, everyone out in Street Tactics Media Land. Welcome to another Friday of Foolishness with Creek and everybody else on the platform. What's the topic?
Oh, as a matter of fact, let me tell y'all the
I'm going
topic
to say, I
today.
don't think it's up. That's why I'm
Uh,
squinting my eyes. I'm like, I can't see.
Christina sent Calvin that cam girl link.
Oh,
Bruh.
Lord.
All right, here's the
I do
topic
want to eat
tonight.
my hot wings.
You
Oof.
don't want to mess up your
No,
thing
I
over
want to eat
there?
my hot wings when I get off here.
All
Thank you so
right,
much.
all right. The topic tonight is this:
Oh,
relationships in jeopardy or not. All
all
right.
right, welcome to the topic of relationships. I'm like, I don't see it in jeopardy or not, probably, and most likely will be. So thank y'all for coming in. Let's do a mental health check. Everyone from 1 through 5, 5 being the best way. You fabulous. You got everything going on. You have your 8 dimensions of wellness. You don't know what day is, look it up because I ain't fit to do no work. I'm off duty. 8 dimensions of wellness in your life to make sure you are a well-rounded individual. Down to one where you need self-care support and go find you a therapist if need be, because we always have a lot of different personalities in our life that can make us feel differently. So drop those numbers 1 through 5. Let us know how you feeling in Street Tactics Land. And
One,
thank you
two.
everyone who spoke to
Oh, I'm
me.
sorry, cuz.
Greetings and salutations. So Shimmy, come on through. How you feeling today?
5. I got 5 on it. I'm a 5 today. It's my birthday. I live to see another year, a new chapter. This is wonderful. Yeah, I might be single, and that's okay. But hey, guess what? I'm here. I still got the opportunity to meet somebody before I leave. And it is what it is. I'm a 5 right now. It's feeling real good. Oh, Shimmy, a 5 right now.
Oh Lord. Thank you, Miss thank you, Shimmy, for sharing. Miss Leslie H says she's a 4. Get yourself to a 5. Miss Christina, you are a 4 tonight. Miss Marla, she said, you are not single, Calvin. Shimmy. That's what Miss Marla said. Christina, you want the cam link, Calvin? LOL. Is he gonna get some free minutes? And only if it's free. Ugh. Excel says I'm a 2. Miss Tiffany McCray said, happy birthday, Shimmy Pop. Let's see. Creeks killing a salmon, killing us with salmon tonight.
Who got the jokes tonight? Who has the jokes
Excel, a
tonight?
whole bunch of people. And
That's
trust
all
me,
right.
this is a comic relief on this platform.
Yes, it is.
Wait a minute. Oh, brother-in-law said 5. Kid committed to a college to play baseball. Wonderful and congratulations. We all feel blessed with that situation. He that old?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm like, where's
Nephew is
time
doing it.
gone?
Nephew is doing it. And I'm so proud of him. I'm proud of his parents. And it's just
I can't believe he
amazing.
that old. Lord.
Yeah.
Time going fast. Well, that's your last one. Freedom.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
to a certain extent. But congratulations to the fam. All right, Cree, how you feeling tonight?
I'm a 5 cuz on the real side. I'm a 5 because today I got a chance to wake up and experience life out here in these streets. And you run into little stumbles and stuff like that, but how you overcome them is to keep a positive attitude and drive, and you'll get right by them. But plus another thing that my cousin on here on the screen, it just makes me
Don't
happy.
bite no cheese. That's what we say in Baltimore.
Okay.
Don't bite no cheese. Your
Inviting
smart
cheese.
ass mouth. I ain't nobody got time for that.
All right. So Miss Marla says she's a 5. Miss
Wait a minute.
Christine
What's going on
said he
here?
can buy some tokens.
Ticket tokens. That's I'm like, wait a minute, ticket tokens. What is that?
Ooh-wee. He deserves some tokens because today is his new chapter.
So if y'all would like, please drop Shimmy some cash app monies for his
Yes.
birthday. Please do so he can buy some tokens to see Miss Christina.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. Miss Tiffany said that she's a 5. Give us in the comment section what makes you a 5. Just give us 2. And also Miss
Miss
Marla
Marla, crazy.
also. She said, "Don't go to the link, Calvin." Oh my gosh.
Oh, goodness.
1, 2. Yeah. So hold on. Let me get this thing up. 1,
So the
2.
audience wants you to drop the street tactics link to come on to the relationship show.
Okay. All right. Let me drop this here right now for you guys. Hold on 1 second. Copy link. Okay. All right. So the link is
Get my
up.
charger.
The link is up, and here it is right here in the comment section. So y'all can click onto the link and come on to the show. All right. So here's my thing. Let me do this. Let me do this real quick while we out here. 1 second. I'm just trying to send. Okay. Boom. And also, yeah. So Calvin, I know. How was your week, my brother? What's the story on you?
Oh my goodness, it's pretty cool. I took my dog out the other day. I know y'all get tired of hearing about the dogs, but dogs are so funny.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a man, most men, they love dogs. So one dog I can keep on the leash to go out. I have to keep the dog on the leash to go outside, and the other dog I don't have to keep on the leash. So it's this couple that lives down the hall from me, and they drive this truck. Now I never knew that couple drove that truck. They drive a nice big. It's nice like yours, but it's a Ford Raptor.
Okay.
It's a Ford Raptor. It's matte black, and the girlfriend was driving it. But when she pulled in the parking lot, me and Katana was walking out, and she pulled in the parking lot all aggressive while we're in the parking lot. And I didn't know that was her. I said, okay, watch this. You want to drive all aggressive in the parking lot while pedestrians are walking their dogs. I cut Katana loose. I let the dog go, and she didn't get out the truck. Katana went to go run over to the truck as she opened the door.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't get out. I called the dog back over, and she came back over. So the next day, she's like, "So that's your dog?" I said, "Yeah," because she only had saw Snoopy, and her boyfriend was right there. She was like, "I said, yeah, I only did that because you was letting your dog run. I mean, you were driving aggressive in the parking lot." She, yeah, that's his truck. Why you say that in front of him? I said, "Hey, I was just trying to prove a point. Slow down." But yeah, that was funny. But I do have a little baby powder story for you.
Okay. Go ahead. What's the baby powder story, Calvin?
So, how the baby powder got started? I know you're like, how did baby powder get started? Of course, playing ball. You know how you say you go to the gym and you don't want to go in that locker room. You don't want to go in that locker room because you know what's in there. So you go straight home. So I use baby powder for the gym or whatever. You're sitting on the benches. I want to stay as dry as possible. But there's one time I was going to lunch when I was working in the office. I was going to lunch. I pull up to the light. It's a bus stop at the light. It's a chick sitting at the bus stop. I honk my horn, let down the window. I say, "Hey, let's go grab something to eat. I'm at lunch." She said, "Okay." She hops in the car and she's like, "The hell with lunch. Just give me the money." And I'm thinking like, well, I want to take y'all. Let's go get something to eat. I want to take y'all. Let's go get something to eat. Needless to say, we didn't get nothing to eat, but I was fresh and ready.
What you was gonna get her to eat, Calvin?
Oh, Boston Market. It was right there. Boston Market. But guess what? She didn't want the Boston Market.
What she want?
She wanted the cash.
Wait a minute. So you picked up a prostitute? Is that the story?
Probably.
Do you know how much right now? Probably most of us are going to throw up that you getting some random pussy on the corner. How nasty that is with your baby powder ass. You's a nasty one. Trick. The word of the day is trick.
Golly. All right. So Miss Christina said,
I'm good.
let's write a book, Calvin. I love writing. There you go, Calvin. All right, so we're gonna get at it, y'all. We're gonna get at it. for this topic tonight. And remember, the topic is relationships in jeopardy or not, right? So here's how we're going to kick it off. You may be surprised to hear this, but couples who argue love each other more than couples who never raise their voices at each other. Do you find any truth in that? Cuz
I think people just get on each other's nerves and we just gotta express ourselves. It's not that I don't love a person or whatever. It's just I want to express my point. He want to express his point.
right. Hey, Miss Marla, how you doing?
Hi.
We got Miss Marla in the house. All right.
The shady
So-
one.
So did you just hear the question, Miss Marla? Did you hear what I just read? I'm gonna reread it so everybody else can hear it. You may be surprised to hear this, but couples who argue love each other more than couples who never raise their voices to each other. Do you find any truth in that, Miss Marla?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Okay. Tell me the kinda. Like what do you see the truth in?
Can you come back to me? Let me think about it real quick.
Okay. Calvin, what about you?
Hey, you're gonna have to say that question one more time.
Okay.
For the slow people in the back. Go ahead.
Yeah. You may be surprised to
Calvin, you
hear.
out. You need to.
It's you may be surprised to hear this, but couples who argue love each other more than couples who never raise their voices at each other. Do you find any truth in that?
All day,
Okay.
all day. That's natural because you're invested. You're invested into someone, so you don't hold back when you're invested in somebody. When you with somebody and you the thick and thin, you're in the grout, you're in the ditches with the trenches and the ditches with them. One small problem can blow up. That's because it is so serious, intense. Yeah, the ones that, and guess what? That's the best sex. That mad sex, that mad love. Oh yeah. Ones that argue, yeah, they're closer. The ones that sneaky, nonchalant, act like they don't care, go on about your business or whatever. It's only a matter of time.
Well,
Huh.
well, back to the question. Craig, but me personally, I ain't got time to argue with nobody, for real.
You said you don't
If you
have
not,
what?
I say you not. If a person's not, I personally don't have no time to argue with nobody. Period. You know, and I'm not gonna just argue with you. Period. Because I mean, you could do better things. You know, instead of be working with somebody. You know, I let them run their mouth until they, basically write a check that their ass can cash. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but yeah.
So you saying that you're not going to argue with anybody?
No. Even
But
though me and Christina go back and forth, do the show, but eventually I'm gonna shut up and be quiet because sometimes she not wasting my time for real. Because even though she is, even though she older, like about, once she said she almost 36, she only about 2 years older than me or 3 years older than me,
Y'all look bad.
and it really don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the stuff is just like, girl, sit down somewhere. So that's my opinion.
Okay. So all right. So Calvin, you just answered that question, right? You said something in there, right? I'm 51 and I forget. So you did just go in there, right? Okay. So we're gonna move forward. How can this be? How can this be? How can this be that couples that argue with each other love each other more than the ones who don't? It's simple. Couples who argue feel safe to express their emotional, and it helps emotions, and it helps to build effective communication and understanding of your spouse. Research suggests the same. Couples who fight a lot are more in love. So you said you ain't
I
about
don't
to fight.
believe that.
You ain't
I don't
fitting to
believe
fight
that.
with
If
nobody.
you're not fighting, you maybe have a person that you're in tune to. There's no need to fight. I mean, if you have some person, hopefully you pick that person who have similar goals, aspirations, and feelings, and you don't need to argue. They're saying it like it's got to be arguments. To me, the impression is like it got to be arguments all the time. You're gonna have good little spats, but now if you're a mature individual, you shouldn't be. It's not necessarily an argument. It should be a conversation, not arguing. But it should be
Right.
conversation. Everybody had their opinion, and depending on how your relationship is set up, if he's the leader of the house and leading and whatever he's doing, then you go that structure. If you're 50-50 people, you go that structure. But I don't think arguing makes your relationship any better. It seems like if you're not arguing, but everything is in tune, then that would be a good thing. Now, if stuff is going on and y'all don't have a conversation, then yes, that's a problem. That nobody wants to talk about it, yes, then that would be a problem. But it's nothing wrong with being in tune to your partner that you don't have conflict. I was talking to a friend of mine who liked this girl. Matter of fact, she was a coworker of mine. He started dating her. She wanted that black love struggle where you got the struggle and stuff going on. You're arguing and fighting instead of having a smooth transition. They traveled. They were think about having a baby, stuff like that. She was like, if it ain't no struggle, ain't no love. It's the same as when women say, if he not beating my ass, he don't love me. We got that. We need to be abusive and stress and strife and relationship for it to work. Most time that shit don't work. Don't work.
I understand your point, cuz, but what this is saying is that, and I know you know what it's saying, that those who don't argue don't really love each other because they don't care. We're imperfect people. So by us being imperfect people, we're going to do things that one or the other are not going to like.
But again, why does it have to be an argument? See, that's the word argument. I may not like shit you do or stuff you do, but I may call you on it, but it ain't necessarily an argument. It's getting out what we're talking about. Everything is not surrounded by argumenting. That's the word I'm honing in, is the argument part. If you can't discuss it, well, you got to always argue, that should be the opposite. It's not about, that means you all had some stress and strife, or y'all not on one accord, that you having arguments over what. It better not be what we're going to eat for dinner, like stupid shit. It better be over some critical stuff. But even that, as adults, you should be talking about, talking it out. And I want to know, what's the age range of these people? Are they younger people or are they old? Because we don't care at this point. We're going to talk it out. We're going to take a nap.
Well, I just talk it out personally. If we can't agree on, it depends what the situation is. I just personally talk it out personally. Because life too short to be arguing with somebody.
They are saying that though. It's not. I understand what Cuz saying. The argue, just like when I say duties and she gets sparked up. Women get sparked up. I know
we get sparked up when you say you ain't got no money. But
right. So
it's and I don't agree with that, because I argue with my husband till I stop arguing. That's when I don't care. It wasn't that we love each other, so we're gonna argue all the time.
Because you just said it. You just said
no. What I'm saying is because we don't want to deal with each other. All that we arguing, we more in love. No, we wasn't. We was damn near. Well, not me. I ain't gonna say no word. The stress and strife.
You can argue as long as you don't hit below the belt. That's the problem. There's different tiers to arguing with somebody. When you start going below the belt, and your man got bad feet or bad teeth, and in the midst of the argument, you bring that up, or you talk about his size or the size of his wallet. When you start hitting below the belt, then you might as well shut up and don't care. But when you just say, "Hey, baby, you late again for our dinner engagement," and that little argument sparks there, that's gonna be an argument. Hey, baby,
but why does it have to? Because he's sparking about he late for a dinner date. Why does it have to have the word argument and not a conversation? Was that
Be- be- be-
argument
be-
in a conversation like, why were you late? Oh, my car had a tire, da, da, da. You're going to instantly start an argument. And just because he start arguing with you, does that mean he love me? No, no. It could be two narcissistic ass people that got to get their point across.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so
Miss
I'm
Marla, you got a TV on the background?
My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like a little. doo-doo-doo.
My bad.
No, you good.
Miss Leslie said, I agree with Shimmy.
You would.
As
And
I'm
then,
saying, is this:
Where
if
we at?
you don't have conversations or even arguments, what do we do when a person get on our nerves and we're being adults about it or mature about it? We just let them go what they do because now we press the button to say, I don't care. But if you do care, you're going to say something. And sometimes saying something is conversation / could be an argument.
Mhm.
But
It's
But
levels to it.
yes,
It's
Mhm.
levels to it. But we're not all automatically saying we're gonna be in an argument because you didn't come on time or that if somebody sparking something that's gonna be that aggressive in the beginning of the not having a conversation but going right into that aggression, yeah, there's something wrong. It's something other than a conversation didn't happen. That's that person's demeanor that always happen, and I don't find that's love. I don't. If you start now sparking as soon as I come to, why the F you didn't do that? See, that's already hostile. That's a hostile environment.
okay.
Mm-mm.
Shout outs to Assad Muhammad. Thank you for coming through, family. Always good to see you. See, he says hello, hello. All right. So here's a question that I actually want to ask you guys, all of y'all. You know what I mean? And this is something that we kind of talked on some of these things, but I gotta ask this question. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to remember what it was myself, but it was my bad. Here's what I want to ask. I need y'all to listen up on this. Can a man without money make a woman happy in a relationship?
repeat that question again.
Can a man without money make a woman happy in a relationship?
Yeah. Me personally, I don't care if you ain't got. Well, I do care because I'm kind of expensive, but not really expensive. But
Bruh.
I went. I mean, damn, Creed with that damn button. But I don't care if you have $1 in your pocket, but you have to bring some. You eventually you have to bring something to the table. I'm not gonna pay
Mhm.
for everything and above. No, unless you my man, yes, I might. But even not even that. But you have to bring something to the table eventually. So
He gonna bring you hot meat. He gonna bring you hot meat to the table.
nah, baby. I mean, even I love to eat, baby. But no, you have to bring me more than that. You have to bring. No, I ain't finna go there with y'all on this Friday.
Well, give us 3 things that he has to bring then, Miss Marla.
You need to bring money. You need to bring faithfulness.
He
You need
just said what he just said without money.
well,
I'm,
without
I'm,
money,
I'm, what-
Calvin, don't start with me. I'm mad at your boy. You want to say, yeah. Mm-mm.
Why are you mad?
Oh my goodness.
Creed, leave me alone, okay?
I mean, we just trying to find out the insides. Can you tell us about the insides, Calvin?
I,
Yeah, he's stuttering. He don't know.
All right. Okay. Let me take it to the comment section before someone else answers that. Okay. When I asked that question, and that question was, can a man make a woman happy? Well, can a man with no money make a woman happy in a relationship? Okay. Miss Leslie said, yes, absolutely. She also says sometimes money can cause problems.
I
And
believe that.
Miss Christina said, That's not a man. That's a boy. That's not a man. That's a boy.
Girl, go sit down somewhere. Let me just shut up. Let me shut up because I ain't got time to be paying.
Assad Muhammad said, I guess it depends on how long he was out money.
My mommy. What's up, bitch? You back for more? I'm gonna kick his ass again.
I don't know what that was. And then Miss Christina said, we're not teenagers. And then Assad Muhammad said, money can cause tension. And Miss Tiffany said, yes. And DJ Excel said, what's no money?
No
like
money.
completely broke. Yes. Like sitting in a house and when he can't do nothing until somebody else do something.
That's not
So-
a man.
So what now? What's your take on that, cuz?
Yeah, at my ripe old age, nah, you gotta have some money. You gotta have just more than money. You gotta have benefits at this time. You gotta have more than just bring you dick to the table and whatever else your tongue. Nowadays, the light bill ain't gonna pay itself. And if I gotta get out here and pay everything, I don't need you.
Right. Exactly.
And you talking about no money. If you make no money, no job, no benefits, because shit costs. If you're gonna be around me, you're gonna want to eat. That means I'm shelling out all the money. I don't want to spend all my money. But I could do that by myself. I don't need nobody
That's what a
Yeah,
lot of,
we call it
absolutely.
mooching back in the day, mooching off of somebody.
or yeah. But here's my thing, because I'm starting to hear a lot of that, like, and I get it. A lot of women are start saying, hey, I could do this by myself, I can do this, that, but eventually the women start wanting to get some business.
What kind of business?
Y'all know the tongue and all that old other stuff that you
You
were
can
saying.
listen. You said, what's the question about the broke? Read that part again. The question about the broke part.
The broke part was this. It was, can a man without money make a woman happy in a relationship?
Oh no! See, the word's relationship. We're not gonna be in a relationship if you ain't got no money. I can get anybody to lick the twat, all the pieces in the middle, but we ain't gonna be in no relationship. No, we ain't gonna be in a
And that's
relationship.
what we got sex
Or
toys
if it's
for as
something
well.
like we've been together for years and something extenuating happen, hopefully you're a man that either saved your money, you have some type of benefits, you build up enough credit to get disability. You got to have something. Because bringing a dick to the table, that's a dime a dozen. And so I got about 10 of them in the closet. So I don't even need you for real, for real.
So why is it such a problem when men say that? When men say they have, you were just explaining how many options that women have just now. When men
Okay.
say that, women get pissed off.
But that's on
Women get
them
pissed off.
because I ain't a broke woman, so I'm not even in that category. So, if that's what they want, but that's what they'll go trick with, a broke bitch. They not gonna go trick and go get a woman of equal status, probably a woman who got money, a decent job or something. They gonna go for the broke ones because the broke ones, these brokies on here be talking about they ready to give up pussy fast. That's where he gonna go hit.
See, a lot of times what I notice, it could be a woman with money or a woman with no money. After a while, she starts getting hungry for that. So that's the reason why vibrators and pookies go up. They want that fast hit or whatever.
But again, it's what they choosing. If that's the woman they choosing, then eventually just looking for them because they got the money or whatever. That starts from the beginning. You know the type of caliber of women. If she broke or something happened, she should have a backup plan. Okay, if I had a job, lost my job, am I out here looking for another job? Do I have money saved up in a retirement plan? It's your choice. You have to get to know the person that you're dealing with. So if something happened, am I gonna have to take care of that tail because you have no benefits? The only other benefits you think in the world is food stamps and public assistance. At this age, and we talking about our age group, hopefully you have some things built up from 40 plus. You're building, you have something in your accounts, in your retirements, whatever. But a lot of people don't. So, and it's their choice. If they don't want to mess with a broke one, I ain't getting hostile because I ain't a broke one. So I ain't hostile when they say I'll deal with a broke one. Okay. Well,
So-
she won't be broke if she stay home anyway and not working. So hey.
All right. So a woman at your caliber, what do you do?
What I do by what?
Like when you try and get your business done, what do you do?
Call in the black book and see which one I want to pick through, like daisies in the field.
Bruh.
My cousin. That's my cousin right there. Her.
Hey, I'm just telling y'all. I ain't telling y'all my business. But
Okay.
if you're a single person and that's your thing, and it's okay to be single, then you got your choices.
Well, okay.
But just the word in that question was relationship. You can get a brokie to do what y'all call it, break you off. But that's all you're doing, breaking off and keep moving. But they ain't gonna be in my life as relationship because that means I gotta to think about you every day. No, thank you.
Okay. Assad Muhammad said, I look at women's accessories. I don't chase women. Well, I look at women's I thought he was saying, okay, I look at a woman's accessories. I don't chase women in Fashion Nova outfits.
Some men have
Bruh.
dolls, for Miss Christina. She said some men have dolls. Some women got torsos. They $99 on Amazon. I did look it up.
But
And
that's
say,
why I
you
told
hear
you.
that, Christina?
That's
That was
why I told
Robin.
you.
Sweet Mama D, don't be shady to her.
The thing is, like I told you, the stock goes up on vibrators and pookies.
I know. I wish I had did that over the pandemic. Got me some stock because I'm trying to tell you, there's so much stuff going on that you can purchase.
How do you know, cuz?
Research.
Look it up, Creed. If she can, you can too.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Bruh.
I mean, I do my research as well, so
There's
but
nothing wrong with looking at, things of interest, especially during the pandemic when you didn't want nobody around you and it's like, look, cooties and stuff. Hey, there's plenty of things that took out my Amazon. Amazon got the stuff. That's all I got to log on. I ain't got to go no other site but Amazon.
yes.
And y'all
Please,
proud. Y'all proud. I appreciate how proud y'all is over here.
Hey, we ain't out here giving it on the corner.
DJ
and not give it
Chuck
to anybody.
Bruh.
Just by the
And
road.
we ain't
So
got
who
no
you talking to, Miss Christina?
diseases.
Miss Christina, no, wait a minute, hold
Excel
up.
said got a flashlight and nightstand.
And he said,
brother-in-law
hit that rose. Christina said, just buy rose. Girl, get the one with the tongue and the dick at the end. You be good. SMG BOB on that. I don't know what the BOB means. Got a flashlight and a nightstand. What the flashlight there? A brother-in-law said women want to be taco bumpers and have a drawer full of fake Johns. Ain't nothing wrong with that because you might not be available 2 a.m. So to get me over, just like y'all got y'all choice of lotions to get y'all over, we got our choices of other equipment. So ain't no different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, flashlight. Okay, I know what I mean.
Miss Leslie said, if I can take care of myself and he can take care of his, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, but they say he broke. Did you hear the word he broke? So that means he can't take care of it. He looking for a sugar mama like you to take care of him.
Or Christina.
Shout out to Raheem
No,
in
that
the
was
building.
Miss Leslie H. Raheem and Stephen. What's the part? Creek Green? I can't say Green
Oh, okay. That's
2024.
my brother, DJ Unique in the building. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
So
hey, Unique. What's up,
what up,
Unique?
Unique? Good to see you, bro. He said, I'm Muslim. We pay the bills in our house. Hold money. Don't matter to me. I just want a woman with a good heart and hood character and love kids from DJ Unique.
Oh, okay. Well, you
And there's
you
nothing
say
wrong with that.
I'm Muslim. Oh no, we pay bills in our house. Yeah, we okay. In your household, because it's some broke Muslims. So everybody ain't got money or doing your duties is paying the bills in the house. So
You want to read Miss Leslie?
oh Lord,
What she just said?
wait a minute, but she said, oh, vibrators don't keep you warm at night. Yes, it did. And with the heating pad on, girl, it feel real good when you getting off with the vibrator and the heating pad on. Time to
Bruh.
go to bed.
It's rather not catching diseases neither. It's safe doing that.
Let me pull my heating pad out.
You got the heating pad, the
The
little bear,
Geritol.
the
The
Geritol, the bear,
Geritol.
and
That's all I need. Hey, I'm doing good.
and I got daggone Duracell batteries.
Hey, oh, now you plug up with the UBS code. You don't need batteries no more.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Okay. Uh,
Get you
okay.
some creep.
Bruh.
That's funny.
She was laughing a little bit too hard for me. That was oh my gosh. Okay. So here's my other thing. Back to what we were talking about in reference to the couples. Argue from a place of kindness, respect, and love for your partner. Right? So keep those three adjectives in your mind. You're not adversaries in a boxing ring, but two people who are fighting because you want to work things out. So both of you come out of this with a sense of having been heard and respected. So that's what we were talking about. And they still use argue. The word argue is still being used. I know you don't like the word argue being put in there, but that's what it is.
Mm-mm. It might get into an argument, but why we can't say conversations? Because
Well,
eventually somebody's going to have to either conform to one side or another. And a lot of times, if you conform, and that's why they're happy, because somebody has given in and may not want to give in to the decisions that were made. And don't say, oh, they happy. No, they biding their time and probably still bitter, but they probably biding their time and be like, one more thing, I'm getting a divorce, and one more thing, I'm going to get me a boyfriend, and one more thing. So don't think, oh, okay, I'm going to start arguing. We in love. I got me a dude on the side, or he got a work wife, or whatever they call. So I don't trust those numbers. They're not putting real life equations that really go on out here.
Calvin, you got any input on that?
What is that?
I was gonna answer the question before about the broke man, but
No,
I
go
already
ahead.
um that happens every day. There are men out there. When you say broke, there are men out there who are broke, who may not have a dime, but they can keep their woman happy at all costs, and that's their job the time being. Yes, that's what they do. They make her laugh. They keep it cleaned up. They do what they got to do on the side. They keep her motivated. They support her wholeheartedly. There are men like that because it's funny. I keep receipts. It's funny how somebody might say one week, I just need somebody to help me wipe my ass when I get 70 years old. And then this week they might say, well, his feet got to be perfect and he got to be at the doctor's office once a week, and argue on the way to the doctor's office while you just picked him up and getting his feet done. But guess what? There are men out there who are valued as broke boyfriends in a relationship because they do everything else. We all know a real man gonna go to work, try to get himself together, keep himself together, maintain gainful employment, but we don't know where he came from. We don't know his situation. I mean, look, a lot of broke men, long as they can make their girl laugh. Look at Kim Kardashian.
Right.
Kim Kardashian. She dated Pete Davidson. He ain't got near the money she got. He got sock money. Pete Davidson messing with Kim Kardashian. A lot of them small comedians like Nick Cannon. Now he big now, but he was still messing with some big women. He was still messing with some hot heavy hitters. There are a lot of men out
He got
there.
a big dick. That's why.
How you
Hey,
know, cuz?
It's all on in there, honey.
Mm.
I did my research.
And guess what? That
Yeah,
may be his reason
research.
for that. Hey, and that may be his reason for calling out of work. That broke Benji. Hey, long as it's striking, he ain't got to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
See, now y'all changing y'all mind. That's all it
No,
takes.
I ain't.
That's why I
I just
say,
say, I don't care. I ain't gonna be with me, so I'm good. I've had my broke man years. I'm good. Not
shout out
at
to
this
my
chapters in my life. No, I'm good.
shout out to my big sis. What's up, big sis? She
Hey,
says, hello,
cousin
bird.
Liz. I
Hey,
miss Liz.
cuz. Calvin, and welcome, Marla. Yes. So, yeah, all right. So my brother Unique said men fall short all the time. Why we can't lift each other when we are down and when we are up?
I mean, I've heard that saying before. I mean, some men be saying, why us, you know, I want to say us colored people or African American, but some women would tear each other down. But
So you saying you saying in the black culture, you have a that has a tendency to happen a lot.
I mean, it in both cultures. I mean, it don't matter what culture you in, basically. But it's most popular in between blacks and whites.
Well, the reason why I asked you that is because that's what you pinpointed to at that time. But
XL, go sit your butt down somewhere. Okay, it's national. I'm sorry. You know what, XL? I'll holler at you on Instagram.
It's the tea getting spilled tonight.
I wanted to do hood stuff with my friend.
Ooh, man, okay. All right, so here's my thing. Truth be told, and I know I say certain things a lot, but it's not about color. Women do the same stuff that other women do. Men do the same stuff that other men do. We have the same traits one way or another, somewhere down the line. You know what I mean? Now, hold on. Okay, so show your real self during an argument. Right? Show your real self during an argument. Now, hold on.
Miss Marla, what's going on, boo?
Arguments.
My bad. I just meant myself.
Okay.
Arguments help draw a couple together because when they fight, all their polished personas come off and show who they really are. Now, have you guys ever been in an argument where you saw the person change or they said things that you never thought they'll say?
Yes, I am. Pretty occasion, especially with my father.
What was he saying, Marla?
Ooh, that's another day, baby, to unpack, honey. And thank God I'm not with him, but it's too much.
But
and too graphic.
Just give us one thing.
I'm not gonna go that creek. I'm telling you, because I ain't got time. You blew your channel, so it's too graphic. Okay.
Wow.
But if it was a one-on-one, I will tell you. But no.
Wow.
It's too graphic.
Okay. Miss Christina said, "You want to see me perform for real at Shimmy? I'll inbox you the link."
Girl, sit down.
That's one reason why I don't want to be on here. She's doing
don't
too
you
much.
got a man? Sit your butt down somewhere. I don't care. This is his man's birthday. Sit your butt down. God. Oh, God. Just shut up.
Yeah. DJ XL said, "Oh, it's Ramadan. I gotta be good." Yes.
Oh God.
Definitely gotta be good, XL. You walk he walking a thin line though. Him and brother-in-law. Be quiet, Marla.
Girl, you be quiet. You need to sit your butt down somewhere. You need to take care of your son. Okay? Stop popping on every dick you see. Let me shut up before I get banned.
Because I see my grandma do it.
I'm about to go eat my
All the
chicken wings.
people
Y'all
do.
on my Fridays.
So listen. So how about you, Shimmy? Have you ever been, maybe dating someone or whatever? She said her son is asleep, Marla.
Yeah, right, Cal. Sit your butt down somewhere and stop popping on Calvin DIC. You know the rest.
Spell that again.
Girl, sit your butt down somewhere. Nobody don't want to see you on no damn cam link.
Hold on. Spell that again.
DICK. You want me to say the whole letter, Creed? Like, girl, go sit down somewhere.
I told you they could spell over there, cuz.
I know how to spell, baby. Some people don't, and they're not educated. They didn't sit their butt down and worry about themselves. Like,
They go
girl,
ahead and tell
don't
him
you?
that he know
Ooh,
that ain't
I've
true.
already said once. I'm not gonna go there with that child. She needs to sit down somewhere. Worry about if she is really in a relationship to sit down with her little freaking Pisces and go somewhere.
Miss Marla, brother-in-law said, "Hey Marla, how is Michael and Thelma and JJ doing?"
Brother-in-law, go sit your butt down too. Because I would go there with that child. I'm
All right,
trying to behave like I did on Wednesday, like you said, gave me a good compliment, and that's just what it is.
Miss Christina said, "It's none of your business," and Nasad Muhammad said, "It's a lot going on. It is. It's a lot going on, Nasad." Yeah. So anyway, cuz you go ahead and answer that, please. Where have you ever
I don't
been
even
like
know the question no more because it's more entertainment in the comments.
right?
I'm trying to keep up.
So
I'm on slow yellow bus trying to keep up between the Cabrini Green crew from Chicago to the Thoughts on the Corner picking up Powder Puff Dick. I don't know what is going on here.
yeah,
They talking about titties and Ramadan. I don't know what's going on no more.
it's a lot. So so
Hey, Christina, so what? I got 2 kids by 2 different men. And at least I got both of my kids. Let me just shut up because this girl gonna make me get banned.
y'all two be going in it. So let's say have you ever been with someone, you dating them or whatever, and y'all got into an argument. At first, 6 months down, y'all get into little arguments or heated discussions, and everybody kept their cool. But then later on, year and a half, 2 years down the line, the arguments get real hot and heavy. Have you ever experienced that?
Well, my ex-husband, of course. He was a narcissist, like a lot of other people.
So, so would that be the reason for that? So when they did that make you feel different about them or about him?
It definitely, as time went on. Look, it's been so long. Look, I've been trying to block people. I be like, "What's his?" We don't even use his real name. We call him a nickname. It's been so long, but what happens is a lot of times, especially a narcissist, when they can't get their way to take it to the next level. His next level became domestic violence. If he couldn't get, he don't think he got his point across, or he wanted to get his point across. He, as they were saying, he thought he was Mr. and gonna beat me or whatever you want to call it, into submitting to what he wants me to do. And it depends on, your situation. So, yeah, some people go below the belt, and I learned in the end of our relationship, just don't argue back. Just look at them like they stupid and you think maybe something wrong with me. But I used to go toe to toe when I was younger, but as years went on, we was together 17 years. As time went on, I just like, okay. Because I just want to be done with the argument, him go about his business and let me go about mine. Just okay. And that used to make him even mad, but then he was like, okay, you conforming. Yeah, I'm plotting to get out the relationship. So
that is, especially if he's narcissistic, that is the best way to handle that, is to not to argue. Don't mix it up with him.
Yeah.
Because you're fueling him. So, or you're fueling that person, whether it's man or woman or whatever. So don't even argue with him.
Yeah, but that's in my younger years and over the years. I just look at people now. I ain't argue with you. Whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna do when it comes to our relationship. And that's not just for romantic relationships, it's all for platonic friendships. Because I've gotten rid of like best friends, friends you had a long time, because I'm not gonna deal with your shit. I don't care. I don't even like some family members. So, it is what it is. Because I can cut you off. Anything that's not good for me, I don't give a damn what it is. I cuts it off.
Right.
But that's a lot of years of trying to heal yourself and stop letting people harm you, especially with words and then actions. That comes with growth, development, therapy, whatever you want to call it, learning. You got to learn to, when people have those attitudes, I don't care who it is, you need to let them go. But some people consistently want to be in these my mom is an abuser. Not me. I'm just talking about example. My mom is abusing me, but she's my mom. Yeah, but at the same time, that's mentally screwing you up, and that might be screwing your kids up. So it could be a pattern. People got to learn to take care of you first. I don't care if it's your mother, father, sister, brother. When people abuse you, whether it's mentally or physically, you have to do better and get yourself out those situations. Yes, they're your relatives. I mean, I had to tell my mom sometimes, especially as she gotten older, you're a little too spicy now. I can go home. I ain't got to put up with your mouth because sometimes you go smart, too smart, and you just be like, listen, I need a break. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going home. See, I don't live here, so I ain't got to be here with the foolishness. Sometimes you got to learn to walk away, take your time to process and to heal. Sometimes you got to get somebody 2 to 3 days to cool off, and maybe they was going through something in their mind, and that, create that conflict. Because sometimes a lot of arguments ain't even about you. It's about other stuff going on in people's lives. It might not even be about you.
Yeah. And a lot of times they have their ups and downs, 1 minute the high energy, next minute they down or whatever. And like if you have to deal with them, you gotta kind of stay in your own world. Don't let what they're doing and everything get to you, because you're gonna just end up mixing it up with them. So the best thing to do is try to learn the art of not getting into it with them.
You almost got to put yourself in another realm when you're dealing with some people.
Right.
Because if you don't, you're going to be mentally messed up. You just got to say, okay, that's that person's personality. That's that person's demeanor, or they going through this. I'm going to be patient as I can. But when it's not, and I'm not feeling that way, let me remove myself from situation. See, a lot of people don't remove themselves from certain situation, and they stay impacted with dealing with those people. And that's why a lot of arguments happen or the bitterness happens. But again, that's a learned behavior that you have to work on over the years. But if you still hang around people that don't have that process to give you, you're selling yourself short.
Right. Why did that just cut off? Okay, now I'm sure all of us on this screen and in the comment section have been in a relationship, right? So the question I want to ask right now, or not the question, but you guys, I'm sure you've been in a relationship where people try to compare, or your mate try to compare your relationship to another relationship because he or she, they look like they're getting along good. Right. And they will keep doing it. Like, and then in really insinuating that you're not handling your part in this relationship correctly. Right. So let's do this. Do not compare your relationship to the beginning of it do not compare your relationship to the beginning of it when you meet and start dating the one you will eventually marry. It is normal for you to be on your best behavior. You want the person to see all the good parts of you, and you would never dream of criticizing or challenging them in these early days. That's all them, either one of them selling themselves to one another. You ever been in that position, Shimmy?
Of course, I explained that a couple of weeks ago. The honeymoon phase, when the novelty wears off, you get to see the real them. The first obstacle or the first distraction that comes in, the first bit of adversity that comes in, then you get to see who real and who not. See, one thing about old Jimmy, I've always entered each relationship being myself. As a child, I was spoiled as far as my friends letting me be me. My friends let me be me. Yeah, them on the block jokers selling dope, whatever they do, they still let me be me. So when I started dating, I assumed dating a girl, I could still just be me. Oh, that ain't the case. You got to keep up with Brad over there. You got to keep up with Chris over there. Nah, I'm going to be me. It's going to be authentic. You can be somebody else and I'll eventually leave. It'll never work when you keep putting on the front all that counterfeit money. You eventually going to get locked out.
That's true. That's true. trying to
So what
people
was, let me ask you a question, Shimmy. I'm being nosy. So what were you? What was your style back then? Because you said you were different or whatever. So how were you?
You start.
I
Go ahead.
wasn't.
What you trying to do?
I wasn't on the block with those guys. I mean, most of those guys were they sitting on the block, rolling dice, drinking, selling dope, running, chasing women. Me, I got my pets. I had all the lizards, the turtles, the hamsters, the rabbits, doing science projects, dissertation thesis. I was that not weird, but I was that more like on a different level. And they love me for that because I can play both sides. And when I started dating, women like, oh, you as big as your lips is, I'm thinking you a thug. No, I ain't no thug. No, I ain't no thug. I
Wait a
grew
minute.
up
They
with
said as
them.
big as your lips are.
What they would see is a dark skinned brother. They would see a dark skinned brother from the hood, and they would naturally associate me with somebody from the hood. Yeah, I'm from the hood, but I moved different than those guys because I am different. They were different, but they followed who they wanted to follow. I didn't follow them. I've never been a follower. And that's where people get mixed up at, following somebody else. Keep following somebody else. They're going to lead your ass on down the dirt road. That's what people do. It's too many followers out here. We don't have enough leaders to stand up and be themselves. When you start accepting people for who they are and you can make the decision to move on, you good. You got to accept people who they are. You know what you got. You know what you're dealing with. You grown. You made the decision to have a baby with them. You made the decision to put a ring on it. You wanted that. But when the novelty wears off and the shit gets thick, don't complain about it. You already knew what you was getting into. Don't come in there with blinders on and then start crying and take them off.
Amen.
You know what threw me off? I want to ask you because somebody else put big lips equal being a thug. I mean, maybe I missed something. Maybe I'm hungry.
What I'm saying, my
The
point
woman was
is,
looking at your lips.
my point is, growing up in the hood, women automatically assume every dude in the hood is hood. I grew up there, but I wasn't attracted to that lifestyle.
Okay.
I didn't follow those guys. I didn't wear the whatever kind of jeans they were wearing. I didn't wear the Jordans and stuff. I wore whatever my mama bought me and whatever I could afford when I started working. I've never been a
Okay.
follower. So when I started dating, it translates to dating. I was used to being myself because I was accepted by the guys I grew up with being myself. So when I started dating, I'm thinking, hey, but guess what? Women want me to be like, oh, the last man or somebody who she dream about. No, I'm good. I'm good. You can keep it moving.
Did you still consider yourself different from other men?
Most me, I am extremely different. Hey, look, like Miss Amelia said, I'm sassy. I'm
You got that
extremely
right.
different.
You
I'm
got that
eccentric.
right.
I'm eccentric. I'm sassy. I'm different than most men. Cause guess what? I can hang out with pit bulls and then I can go to the art museum. That's what I do. I pit my pit bulls, then I go to the art museum. That's what I do. Y'all sit down.
Thank
That's
you
it.
for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So Miss Leslie Holzhauer said, where did he go? Hold up. Here.
Nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors. Is that the one you're
Yes.
trying to pop up?
Yes.
And then Miss Christina said exactly at Leslie. Christina, some people assume Excel, iceberg slim meets Dr. Doolittle. Big lips equal thug. Christina, hey, right, Shemmy. Excel said, I looked at women lips. Tug wasn't what I was assuming. Maybe he said thug. I don't know. Wait, sad and brother-in-law say, wait, sassy, no shimmy, no.
So here's my thing. I'm gonna touch back on what Miss Leslie said. She said nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors, and that is so true. Because I remember at times it was people that was around me would always, oh, so and so, whatever, all in their business, right? And then I remember reading a family book, and I never forget this. And you heard me probably say this a couple of times because if you remember, the thing that really stuck out to me when we were talking about family, the those very people that always look at these people as being so special and not knowing what's going on behind closed doors, they're like the shiny new Cadillac that's rusted out in the inside. Because they look good on the outside. But when you go in their home, who knows? Y'all remember that movie Sleeping with the Enemy?
Love it.
Looks
Love
so
it.
loving. Looks so
She had
loving.
it all.
Yes.
She had it all.
When she went in the house, all heck broke loose. You see what I'm saying? So you cannot look at people and judge like, oh, they're so happy. I bet you there's quite a few people that can attest to that. I mean, this doesn't work like that all the time. Miss Christina said, I tell some of my business on here, but there are way more stuff that goes on, but I don't tell everything. Brother-in-law said, we thank you for it, Christine. And DJ XL said, keep your things to yourself. And she says, thank you. You know, there was another thing I wanted to ask. And I literally want y'all to answer this question. We touched on it before, but I want y'all to really, really answer this question. The question is, let's say, I'm gonna talk like I'm talking to you, cuz. Let's say if you propose to a man.
I won't, but go ahead. I won't, but go ahead.
All right, Shimmy. No, but listen. If you propose to a man, and he and it is, and I think it's more fitting to ask a woman this. If you propose to a man and he said, not right now. Not right now. I'm just not ready for marriage right now. How would you feel? And what would you do, if anything?
Yes, you want to go? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Miss Marla.
Oh Lord, sweet, I'm gonna kill you. But I'm gonna kill y'all.
Bruh.
Damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Jesus Christ. I forgot
Oh,
my
okay. Let
thought.
me say you make piggyback off of something. I said, first, I'm not proposing. Two, if I did, and he say that, I will say, well, why you're not ready at this time? Is it something we need to work on, or you're just not ready? Sometimes, a lot of times, they're not ready because they don't see you as wife material and don't want to get married. But that's their ultimate answer nicely instead of saying no and knowing we probably gonna break up. It's gonna be something harsh that come out. They're gonna give you that. It's just like you saying you want to break with somebody. It's not you. It's me. I need to work on me. It's the same thing. So, for whatever reason, he's not ready. Why, can we have a conversation? Not argument, but a conversation. Why aren't you ready? Are we not ready? Oh, me?
No.
You
I'm
talking to me?
listening to you. No. I'm
Oh, I
listening
thought
to you.
because you was doing your ear. Oh, no, I thought you said you couldn't hear me.
No.
So I would like to have a conversation about it. He said, well, I just don't want to talk about it. Okay, so now we're not grown enough to have a conversation. If you're going to say, I would want a conversation. He's like, well, right now, I don't feel that you're ready or you are in a wifely role for me to accept that proposal. Because just because we're in a relationship don't mean I'm in my wifely stance at that particular time.
Mhm.
He may feel like, you're not ready to be my wife. There's some things you can work on. I'd rather you tell me to string me along. I never get to the part, or I may not know what I may want to work on. And I'm just stringing along, wasting all my good years. So I would rather have a conversation, or maybe something that he wants me to be and I'm never going to be it. So then we both can move on, because I'm not the one for you. I don't have what you want. Instead of wasting time, so I'm not right now.
So if he said not right now, this is a short recap. If he said not right now, you would say, hey, well, let me ask you a question. What is it that can be worked on?
Right. Or why aren't you ready at this time?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Let's have a conversation.
So So would you? So you're willing to have that conversation
Yeah.
and
So
talk
at
it
this
out?
age, we old people, give it to me raw. It was like, well, I don't like you. You too fat. You remember Darren, you saying he'll get the woman, she too fat. By the time he get his stomach down, maybe I'm 100 pounds too, like whatever. People can have weird things, or like, or it could be like, well, I'm not ready for a marriage to a woman. I may be having some issues with my own sexuality, or I may feel like I'm not financially ready to take on a woman. You're gonna leave relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it could be different reasons, but I would want to have that conversation, no matter how brutal it is. Get it over and let me make that decision. Am I gonna work on what you talking about? Or if it's stuff that's never gonna be right for us to be in a marriage, I can move on. Don't waste my time. Until a lot of times they do that too, to hold on to somebody until the person they really want come along, and then they go with them. You see some people, and y'all probably seen on Facebook, friends. You might be with somebody 12 years, never get married. They all over the country, everywhere, and then they break up, and then he meet a woman, marry her in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen that happen.
Yeah, I've seen it happen as well, and I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that, cuz
Mm-hmm.
you telling us your view of that. How about you, Calvin? Let's say you go to propose to a woman, and she says she's not ready yet, or no, I ain't gonna say she says no. She just says that she's not ready yet.
I'm moving on
Okay,
that
why?
day.
Why?
I'm moving on that day because when I propose, that means I'm in love with you. That means I love you. That means I don't want to lose you. I want you the rest of my life. That means I'm willing to die for you. So when I propose, I'm coming from the heart. I'm standing 10 toes on it. And you say no? Oh, Lord, I can't come back from that. That's some real trauma right there. I got to keep it moving. I got to man up, accept it, and then move on. And that doesn't mean that I can think, oh, she's with somebody else or she doesn't love me. It's the way I feel once I propose. So if she says no, I'm moving on because you know when it's time to propose. When you know when you're there together, you know when you start finishing each other's sentences, you laugh, you give each other that look, and you know what you're talking about without saying it out in public. You know when the love is there. When you're in love with somebody, a proposal is easy. Nobody should be saying no with a proposal. But if it does happen, someone proposed and the other one says no, it's over then, right then. It's over. There's no coming back. No duct tape, no gorilla glue, no God's hand, no God's unchanging hand. It's over.
Okay. Y'all two just gave me totally two different views, and I appreciate both of you guys. I appreciate y'all views. In the comment section, quickly, if your partner, not your partner, or your mate proposes to you, if they ask you, propose to you, and they say, hey, well, look, I'm not ready right now. I'm just not ready right now. Tell us in the conversation, in the comment section, quickly, would you stay, leave, give it time? Just put either give it time, stay, or leave, right? Miss Christina said no reason to drag the relationship on if there is a no. Okay. DJ Excel said, I already told my story. Okay. But let us know in the comment section. Give it, either y'all give it some time or you'll leave or, whatever. So, okay. Miss Christina said she'll leave. Go ahead, Miss Marla.
I said, me personally, I would keep it. I will stay in a relationship and see what can work for. But I'm not going to propose to no man, though, personally, because I think that's the man's job. And I think that's a man job.
The baby said no.
You know what? You leave my baby girl alone, okay, because you on punishment. So
And the baby said no.
5 minutes. No,
So
but
okay, this one I ain't think you had sense, Miss Marley. You came back the smart. You smart. Okay. All right. So
I'm always smart, Cree. Was that shade?
but you know what? No, it's not shade. DJ XL said something that was actually very important. Well, he or she didn't say no. They said not right now. Right. So here's my thing. Yeah, keep the camera high. Okay. So here's my thing. Right? When that happens, if someone says that I'm not ready yet, there's no need to go and ghost ride or suicide the relationship into a wall to kill it. For what? That means that it's just more work need to be done. Or that person that you propose to may not be mentally ready, monetarily ready, or financially ready. There's a lot of things that could be there. You know, say for instance, even a lot of guys today, they do not want to tackle that responsibility. Maybe not now, maybe later. And the responsibility does not always mean that it's going to cost them money. Sometimes men do not want these certain things over their head right now. Maybe they want to go out and do their thing, you know, like whatever they do. If they have a hobby or if they're working on, they might be on their purpose about something in reference to bettering their lives or bettering themselves as men, or whether
But
it
say
being a
that.
woman.
But I
Huh?
think you should say that. If it's a no right now or not right now, say, listen, I'm working on my purpose right now. I need a little bit more time because eventually it's gonna better serve us as a couple. Say that. Just don't leave it blanket. I think that's why I say it should be a conversation about why they're not right now. Because they could say, if you tell me financially, okay, we can get our money up. And then let's say y'all get y'all bag up and y'all good to go, and he's still not ready. Yeah, it's something else. It's something else. But don't waste my time because I ain't, these precious 50 plus years is precious. Don't waste my time or my energy because I don't have time for that.
Let me
I
ask you
think
this,
that's a big
cuz.
thing. We have a lot of people think we got a lot of time in the world. They take people out 50, 23, whatever. You really need to be on your purpose or whatever your life journey is.
Um, you right, but you know, it kills me now, Calvin. We have Miss Tiffany said I would give it more time. That makes so much sense. You gotta remember, you're not saying, "Hey, let's go get 2 jewelry sticks so we can play together." You know what I'm saying? This is we talking about something, or let's just go buy this house together.
But if that person was good enough for you to propose to, you don't think it deserves more time. I think the conversation need to be had to see if you need to give time. If they say, "Well, I just feel like you're not my husband material," and we probably will go back, yes, that's when my man probably should leave. But if it's something like you said about purpose or something financial or something going on, or maybe that person feel like not ready, then okay, at least we know what we're working with. But just say, "Oh, it's just over," because that to me that's an ego thing. You're mad because they said no, but the person said no. This was a scenario of not right now. That's an
I
ego
I
thing. But you
I
go ahead,
guess
Tim.
I guess what where we probably missed up. And Miss Tiffany, I want to thank you for the cash app. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Um, how long have we been together before this question, this proposal? Because that means a lot. You're talking about 6 weeks. That's no, that's too early. Of course, that's too early. But if you're talking about 2 to 3 years, if you're talking about 2 to 3 years, and you say no, either and if the relationship has been solid, exclusive, and it's honest and you're in love, because you're supposed to be in love when you make a proposal. You're supposed to be in love in a relationship. Oh yes, I know y'all forgot about being in love.
Yeah, is
That's
it
that.
love or like? Because remember, if the woman's a helpmate, she ain't supposed you ain't supposed to love her. Somebody said, I would rather for somebody to respect me versus love me.
Y'all,
How you feel about that one?
America has changed this narrative and the premise so hard when it comes to being in a relationship. Don't let them do it to you. They have changed the narrative and the premise of being in a relationship. If you're in love and you've been dating over 2 years, that question is never too early. And when somebody says no after 2 years, it's over. It's over. There's no need to say, okay, let's wait another 2. Let me give you another 2 years. It's over.
Let me ask you this. Let's say you do that. It's over. 1 week down the line, how you gonna feel?
I feel as though I wasted my time with a complete stranger. I feel like I lost. There's 2 years that I cannot get back. I feel like now I would want to start an investigation. I would want to gather some information and figure out who I've actually been dealing with. Because 2 years is a long time to spend with somebody, and for them to up and say no after I've invested time, nickels and coins, energy. I mean, I've done all this. I put some hobbies aside because I'm gonna have to put some hobbies aside to be with a woman. I really don't want to do that. I want her to join me with my hobbies, but I'm gonna put some things aside to make space for her, make time for her. And after 2 years, I get a no. So what is this? A rental car where we just rent a car for 2 years and that's it, or a lease program? Are we in it to win it? Man, if I propose, I'm in love. I don't want to lose you. That's something sacred.
I think. Have you been married yet, Shimmy? Okay, that's probably why you may feel that way. But if you've been married before, you'll look at it, I think, differently. You see what I'm saying? The way you're saying it, that's a bit like obsessive. Yeah,
Womanly.
Yeah.
Most women will go investigate after a man say no. So you sound real womanly right now. Most men, they move on to the next pussy. They ain't gonna investigate why she don't want to do it.
I'm not going to investigate. I'm not going to investigate, but I'm not going to investigate, but I will question out hindsight. Where did I miss them red flags that y'all like to say? Where did I miss those red flags? Because me, as intuitive as I am, I'm intuitive. I notice everything. I notice when the nail polish change, when the hairstyle change, when you get a raise, when ain't no seasoning in the cooking. I know when you come to bed naked and when you have on some clothes, when you take a shower when you first get home, how you park the car. I'm noticing everything throughout the relationship. So when I propose, I'm already knowing. I already got the information. All I need is the answer.
There's some slim pickings out here for men.
Bruh.
That's all I'm gonna say. I feel sorry for a lot of us women that still single and maybe looking, because this show has enlightened me to a lot of questions of why.
My thing is, like, okay, this is what we got to do as people. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is how I look at it. If you for 2 years, right? If you were the person for 2 years, obviously you're enjoying yourself with that person.
Exclusive. Exclusive.
How about you feel me on that, cuz?
I'm listening. I'm learning.
So if you are feeling the situation that you're having with this person for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever, and then that thing pops up about marriage and she says she needs more time, Shimmy, it's no need to snap. What you should do is venture back on all the great times y'all had together for the reason y'all was together for 3 or 4 years.
And hey, I'm sorry, Cree. I'm not trying to take over the show. Me being around the world a couple of times, I've actually witnessed where they don't even get to date in other cultures. Where they don't get to choose they mate. They don't get to date and be in a relationship. They don't get that opportunity. So for someone to take up 2 years of my time that I've been exclusively dating them and I'm ready to marry them, because guess what? I may have other suitors out there too. And I just maybe want to take myself off the market and say, hey, let's go ahead and do this. I want to stay behaved. I want to keep things intact. I don't want to get distracted. I want to put a ring on it. Let's do this. And you say no, you said snap. There's no snapping. I'm snapping up out of there. It's just that easy because guess what? 2 years? Do you know how long 2 years is? To be
You
in a
know,
relationship?
and dealing with men, personally and professionally, and you haven't been married by 50, I start questioning some things about you. You could have had maybe 3 women. You could have married top tier, middle, and but it's you. You're looking for perfection in, as my cousin said, perfect people. But sometimes that may not be what you really like, and that may not be what your heart is into. But people look to get married, as they say, and people want to talk about the Bible. Marriage ain't for everybody, because if you have scenarios, situation, or you special and you different from the cut from a different cloth, and you all this differentness, maybe you need to be a rainbow of differentness by yourself and just to date for comfort and not date for marriage. Because by 50, yeah, yeah, you haven't been
It's
married.
it, it,
It's
it's
difficult.
we actually put too much pressure on being married. You don't have to get married. So when
Right.
Oh,
when you when
listen,
the
I understand.
when
I've
the
been married. I
so
had experience. I had T-shirt,
so
but
all these people that's running around saying, "Oh, I was married before." Hey,
Mhm.
I look at it. Me never being married. I look at that as a great accomplishment because that's hey, you went out on a limb. You married somebody you didn't know. You got to know them well enough to marry them. You spent this time. You hopefully it was it was marital bliss. Unfortunately, it ended. See, I don't want it to never end. I don't want it to never. It shouldn't
it's
end. Once you
gonna
get
be
married,
end. It's
Well,
gonna end
sometimes,
whether you end it or God take you up out of here. It's gonna end either
yeah.
way. So death do your part. But the beautifulness of that experience does teach you, especially if it's long time. I'm talking about like 1, 2, 3, 4 years. I'm talking about really in the trenches. They say if you can survive after 7 years, you're good. We still demised our relationship, but I think having certain experiences, like I think birthing kids, and I didn't do a whole bunch of them kids. That was a wonderful experience. Being married, a wonderful experience. Divorce, a wonderful experience. Everything that you learn is a wonderful experience. But if you keep talking about you dropping people for every little reason and you're out of here, you're just that and the third, and you're a man that's 50, I don't know, 40 plus. I'm
hold on.
starting to like, what is wrong with you?
I'm not dropping her because she can't cook. I'm not dropping her because she got nappy hair or stinky feet. I'm not dropping her because her brother wants to live with us for a couple of weeks or a couple of months. I'm dropping her because I'm trying to take the next step with her
Okay, let me
exclusively.
ask you a question.
But if she
So I'm
don't
gonna
take the
flip it like
next
my
step with
cousin.
you, then you just done.
I tell you what, let a woman see my listen. Hey, look, I don't want no woman sitting in. I'm not gonna marry no woman that's sitting in the corner and in a relationship where it's just one sided. I don't want her to leave me and suffer from Stockholm syndrome. I want it to be beautiful, 50-50. Yeah, that's right. I don't want it to be
If
just
you get
me.
Stockholm syndrome from a relationship, you need to let her go first off. But let me ask you a question in
Yeah.
conjunction
What was
with.
the question?
I'm gonna say something my cousin was saying comparison before. Would you leave your job if you asked for a raise and they told you no? Would you treat your relationship the same way? I know Cree asked that before at another show. Would you up? I'm gone. Then give me a raise, and you got that rent for Snoopy and Loopy and Cha Cha, whoever you got over there. The rent is due in 15 more days, 16 days. Are you gonna up and leave your job, or you just gonna try to see maybe why you didn't get a promotion? You go better yourself. You take another class. You change your habits. What's the difference? And you're doing it for a relationship, but you do it for the man, but you won't do it for your relationship.
There's a completely different. That's apple to oranges. We're talking about gainful employment compared to a person that you love. I may not love
But
that
you can
job.
always
Oh,
get another job, but you may not have a good
stay
person.
with me. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay.
Guess what? They're two totally different positions. The apples and oranges. I may not even like that job. So it may be easy to bounce out that ask for a raise. But if I love that person and she says no after 2 years, Yeah. See, the job. If I feel like I deserve a raise and they don't want to give it to me, I can look. I can always make moves after that. But when the person I gotta come home to with a peace of mind, looking for happiness and support.
But Calvin, you know what? That almost sounds like you know, you my guy and everything. I know you super cool, whatever. But that sounds like it could be a Lifetime movie called "Girl, You Better Not Tell Him No." I'm serious.
I agree.
because-
So let me give you an example, Shimmy, of why I say that. I get mad every day at my job for whatever reason. You know, it could be small. But then I had to say, well, wait a minute, I like that pretty little and I got the rent and I gotta get my head. So I'm like, okay. So I asked my boss of this made 5 years, my little part-time, could I have a raise? She kept saying no. She gave me all these stipulations of why I couldn't get a raise. The company don't have enough. It's a small company. Why I couldn't get a raise. And, you know, so time go, I'm still upgrading my skills. I said, you know what, maybe I need to revamp something I'm doing. Maybe I need to show, maybe I fell off of my hungerness and passion for certain things in my running my department. Let me work on some things about me and my mind, because maybe at the time I lowered stuff because I had a lot of stuff going in my life. Let me get back to being sparkling sweet mama. I started doing that. I had meetings and start training staff on certain things. She was like, okay. She, you know, say, I can tell you my room, hey, sweet mama, you did a good presentation today. And I put it in right. Okay, well, now you want me to do this, that, and the third. The company is innovating, things are jumping on. I wound up getting a raise. It took a while, and I understood because I had to look at the big picture. Although I wanted more money because I had things I need to pay for, I had to look at when I was in a management meeting and we talking about the fiscal budget. We don't have enough clientele. We have to pay this. This is our budget. Okay, but I worked on me. She saw the value. I wanted to get 2 raises. I got like a 1, and then turn around when I said I'll step my game up. I got another raise. Like within, I want to say a month. But sometimes not being high, because I always say I'm about to quit. I gave myself last July to quit the job. I gave myself to Christmas. And you know what? I'm still there. And I just made my 5 years. But sometimes it might be things that's going on the, behind the scenes that they might not be divulging. But I think sometimes when you try to uplift yourself and maybe bring that sunshine to a person or an organization, they see the difference. Just like my main job, same thing. I'm on a contract.
So all that, so I tell you what. So all that energy you just gave to the job, get to your man, and you'll be mad right away.
But
You
that's
don't know
what
what I'm. You don't know what I'm doing. You don't
see,
know what I don't tell y'all my business. But again, the point was the energy we put out is sometimes what we get back. Sometimes she might have said no because maybe you fell off. Maybe it did game not good. Maybe she see you sweet. Maybe she think you too sassy. Maybe she hope you ain't gonna be sassy. Maybe she just like right now is not the time. My people going through certain things in my life. Maybe my mental. Maybe she going through menopause, especially after a certain age. She could be menopause crazy. So it could be a lot of different things. But like I said, I would want to have the conversation. In order for my boss to give me a raise, I pulled her ass up and had a conversation. You're going to tell me why you can't give me more money. And I'm working my tail off. I'm trying to help the corporation bring in money. You need to tell me why. I want to have a conversation. Because I'm saying, I'm not going to let this like you saying, no, I would like to have a conversation. And this is why I feel as though I need a raise. As a woman in a relationship, I feel as though a conversation needs to be had. In any relationship, if you my best friend and you spice or something going on, I want to have a conversation. What's wrong with you? I just don't want you just to shut down. But I don't want to be your friend no more. Tell me why you don't be my friend no more.
yeah, and it's almost like you're just ghost riding your friendship. Since you ain't doing this, you know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that. I hear people say that all the time. If they say no, or if they say they need more time, leave. Why? You're taking away your happiness because apparently if y'all was together for
You
1
like
year,
her?
2 years, 3
Or
years,
like her,
yeah,
whoever.
everything was fine until you answer until you ask
The
that question.
question.
And I highly suggest people when you go to propose or whatever you're going to do, have a plan B, and not the plan B to leave. Have that plan B to say, okay, you know, how can we get this worked out, or you know, whatever. Just like Cuz was saying. Now, let me catch up on a couple comments. DJ XL said there's no dating in Islam. He said that because when you were talking about you've been around the world and stuff like that, right? And that you know, when you was saying that in certain cultures how they don't even date or they
Yeah, but you're not in that culture, so you're in American culture.
right. So so that was one thing. And Big Sis said, Calvin, you must keep in mind that people aren't always in the same space that at the same time. It takes far more than 2 years to get to know someone. I 1000% agree with that. And that's, I mean,
So okay, okay. What does she say? No, after 6 years, you still hang around?
that's up to you. Because you know what?
I'm asking.
Was the 6 years that passed, were you in a great space with one another? Y'all was having fun,
Great.
y'all was enjoying life,
Love.
and good health.
Well, then that's what you
mentally and
live your premise off of your relationship. It was a good time. It's just like being in a job. You had a good job. It was people go say I had the best time at my job, and now it's over. Okay, you move on and you do something else, but only you know when it's time. It might be 3 years and you never propose to her, and you may feel that you want to move on. So it's just on how you feel. But in these days and age where you got people who are sweet, and we're gonna say that on each level, you have not a lot of people that you gonna like, because sometimes I don't like people. You know, those people you find that you do like, marriage may not be the ticket. And I get about the Bible, I'm gonna leave the Bible out. I would rather have a companion and we have a great relationship and then a marriage and we don't have a great relationship. Because sometimes I know people that have been in a long time, I know you're supposed to be married about whatever. I know so many people that are companions in a better relationship than married couples. I know so many married couples that even old people want to divorce each other because I hear it all the time. Old means 70, 80 years old, talking about they want to divorce their spouse. You almost dead. Just wait your time either for his insurance policy or your insurance policy. But
go ahead, cuz.
Go ahead, cousin.
Now I was gonna say another thing that I've seen relationships, and this is kind of piggybacking off of what you're talking about right now, where people they could have been together 5, 10, 15 years, didn't get married yet, but having a time of their life. As soon as when they got married, poof,
married, it's over.
Oh, it's over.
It's over.
So a lot of times you gotta be careful what you propose for.
And that's the thing. Like I said, even at 50 plus, that marriage may still not be for you, but finding somebody for compatibility, don't ask them. But when you're building your relationship, that should be conversations that you're having on ongoing. Where do you see our relationship?
So Creed, was that 5, 10, 15 years? Was that wasted time, or was that just having fun, or what would you call that?
I would call it
because marriage is a different level.
Yeah, I would call it a good relationship because if you're going to deal with somebody, that's just like you having a friend. I'm talking about another guy friend. You met him, y'all was cool, like, yeah, yo, blah, 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 blah. 15 years down the line, y'all still cool. You see what I'm saying? But now I'm gonna speak with a woman like yourself, a man, and now a woman. If you're spending that kind of time with her, apparently you having a great time with her, that you like her. There's a lot of things that you admire about her. I mean, why mess things up? It's hard enough right now today trying to have a good time, period.
So you know what? I think we're both saying the same thing, just coming from different angles. Because I've already said, and I'm looking at the comments as well. I think people missed the boat when I said, first of all, marriage is not mandatory. So I'm saying if you date someone, I'm answering your question. Your question was if you propose and they say no, what would you do? I was the first one to say marriage is not mandatory. We can be friends to the end.
Right.
We never have to get married.
I guess what me and Cuzzy was kind of questioning you about, why would you leave? Why would you ghost ride the relationship? Because of that.
Because marriage is a whole different level. We're talking with marriage. Listen, playing house is different from being married. We're talking about your emergency contact. We're talking about insurance. We're talking about family. It's a whole different world being married. If we're just in a relationship, I ain't got to tell you nothing. Well, I see,
Amen.
hey, we come
But
home
see,
when I see you. Hey, look, when I see you when I get home for 10 years. When I get off work, I see you at the crib when I get off for 10 years. We can do that for 10 years.
right, but here's the thing. Do you want that responsibility?
Of what?
Insurances, this, that, and the third. Do you
Me?
want to every time when you leave out Saturday morning, you just want to go get some gas for the lawnmower? You gotta tell every nook and cranny. Like some men just see you ain't been married yet. Well, get married. And I'm not saying marriage is a absolute beautiful thing. It is. But sometimes when you having like sometimes you just don't want these things. You want to go out and get the gas yourself. And while you out, you seen some other stuff and you dealing with you ain't gotta worry about nobody down your back about nothing.
I got a better question. I'm gonna ask
Sure.
y'all too. Do either one of y'all regret being married?
I don't.
Okay, then. Do you wish you were still married?
Me, I can't say that right now. No,
Okay.
like
Okay.
I'm in the gray area. I like it, and not in a bad
What-
gray area, but just
Would you marry again?
eventually, but not right
Oh.
now. I'm that guy that would if I get proposed to, I'm not ready yet. You see what I'm saying?
After 5 years. You're not ready after 5 years
Probably
of
not.
dating?
I
Of
don't know.
dating? That's because you've been
don't know.
married.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
because
it's nothing wrong with that. If a female or a woman get with me and we're having a great time, I'd say leave it there. Don't go messing stuff up because now that's just like I'm gonna give y'all another example. Me racing dirt bikes, right? I remember I used to have so much fun. It was 1 year where I got so good that they graduate ain't the word I want to use, but
promote,
it's actually well,
elevate.
yeah, I got promoted to another class in a plus. So it was from C to B, but they instead of them doing C to B, they did B plus, right? I was having so much fun when I was in D class, C class, and they put me in regular B, but they put me in B plus. I wasn't having fun no more. You want me to tell you why? Because it'll be a 90-foot jump. And I'm approaching this jump, and let's say I'm not ready for that jump, but the dudes that was already in that class ready for it. So now I'm halfway jumping it. You looking up, whole motorcycles over top of your head and hoping that they don't land on you because they expected you to jump too. So it becomes not fun anymore because it was too much pressure, too much responsibility, too much daredevil. And you don't want that. I want to go back to having fun. So that's kind of the same thing. Like we was having nice time. We was traveling. Everything wasn't so serious. And now everything is hut one, hut two. Now it's all business. You see what I'm saying? And I don't want that right now. I suggest you to try it because if you haven't been married yet, I'm telling you, marriage is beautiful. But just know that those things are going to be there and you may be perfectly okay with it at this moment. But then, I mean, especially, I can't tell you how your situation will be because I got married when I was younger. At this age, it's different. I got married when I think I was 19 years old. Yeah. So
I was just getting started.
Yeah. So I'm just saying with you, it may be a little different, but I don't think a person should be hurt like that when they propose to someone and then they don't get the answer they want. But I think especially if that person says, I need more time, you really shouldn't be hurt, but you should prepare yourself for things like that so you won't be traumatized when it doesn't go your way. But also DJ XL said, Calvin, watch your vernacular. You should hope to not have a suitor. Big Sis also said, Calvin, your mate may need a little more time, more than 2 years, Calvin. And she also says, Calvin, you may find yourself by yourself. That's why you don't go throughout your situation, Calvin. I don't agree with that, but I hear a lot of people say that. Well, then I'm just leaving. For what? Continue to enjoy your life with that person. Don't even look ill because they wasn't ready yet. Who is this? DJ XL said, gotta move logically, not emotionally. Yes. Big Sis said, Calvin, how do you know if you have never been married? Huh? Yummy Gummy in the building. I never even seen that. She said, Sleepyhead made it. Good evening. Hello, Yummy Gummy. And then Big Sis said, hey, Yummy. And hey, girl, hey. And then wasted time. Oh, I guess she's saying wasted time just like you. When you were saying it's wasted time. Did you look at that as wasted time, cuz?
I look at it as a learning experience or just a part of your life, a growth experience. Because those experiences you went through with that person either made you better or bitter.
Okay. All right. So, but let's say after you come to that conclusion, better or bitter, what do you do? Do you still give it time? Well, you did say you'll give it time.
Well, right? Which part about giving what time?
No, I'm saying like if that person said that they wasn't ready, you said that you'll most likely
have a conversation. If it's a reason that I'm not going to accept, no, then it's over. I'm not going to say. He said, "Well, I don't feel like you the person I want to marry." Okay, well, I'm gone. Yeah, but if it's something like I want to make more money, because marriage. Once you get married, it's a lot of responsibilities. You got the life insurance, the health insurance. If you're gonna buy a house, where you gonna live? Your finances. Because now it's not just you; it's you and another person. You might live vicariously, spend your money how you want to spend. Now you're in a marriage, which is different from you courting somebody, and you gotta think a little bit different. If I die, not that we living in fear, air quotes creep, but you want to make sure that that person's prepared. Prepare for emergencies. If this happened, I become incapacitated, making sure my spouse is good on whatever end. So it's a lot more to think about. Yeah, it's just you singular when you're single, but once you get married, you kind of supposed to think about your significant other and now who's your family. And there's other things that you need to think about. You have a living will, you have an advance directive. If something should happen to you, you want to have things planned out because you want to make sure that your significant other is good. So it's a lot of work. Not that being single, you're not prepping that stuff, but now it's times two. And then if you have kids, then add the boogers in. But it's a lot.
Right. DJ XL said time is never wasted if you learn from it. But everybody marriage ain't the same. Big Sis also said, Calvin, my husband and I been married for 19 years, but together a total of 30 years. And 27 of them marvelous years. Okay. And I can attest to that. My sister is happy, and DJ Skeet, who I'm gonna whip up on in this DJ contest, he's happy too. Y'all keep up the good work.
But I think for Crete and I and cousin Leslie, 30 years, no, that's not real young. But and I know brother-in-law married young. I'm just thinking people married young. We were young. We were still exploring. We were still growing as individuals when we decided to make a family. So your lifestyle and your attitudes, you were very limited in age. You had to almost grow up through your marriage. So of course it's going to be a different life from getting married. I got married at 23 versus getting married at 50 plus. I've been through some things. I've matured some ways. I gained a lot of knowledge and experience. So what I brought to the table at 23 is definitely different than I bring at 51. So of course it's going to be different because now I'm thinking towards retirement. I need to get my money straight. I need to be right. Back then it's like, oh, we married. Oh, okay. And you skipping through the tulips and you're learning as you go along. Even though my parents are married, that has nothing to do with me and that person that I married. He's different from my father. He's a different person. So it is a difference when you're young getting married versus older people, because you've been through some things. But the longer you take, you might find a woman at 60. I've seen some old people get married at 60.
Yeah, it can happen.
At any time, Dalton.
Yeah, anytime. So DJ Excel said, oh, Miss Christina said, I've never been married. DJ Excel said, that's one
Cousin, you
thing.
that old?
Huh?
Oh. Cousin Leslie said, cuz I got married at 42. I'm like, cuz you that you cause I'm counting the years. You that old? I guess that's about right.
Hmm. What is it? Christina? No. Oh, that's one thing that ruins marriage, looking at other people's marriages. That's true. Miss Christina said, Calvin, if you're not married by 55, let's elope.
And Creek on DJ y'all wedding.
I'll DJ y'all wedding. I swear to beans I would. I would DJ your wedding.
Bless your heart. Better bring the 8-track as backup.
DJ XL said, that's just like DJing when it becomes work. The love leaves. Yes. It's like you love DJing, but then when certain things happen, it's not fun anymore. Yummy Gummy said, Creek, how you know marriage is so beautiful? Aren't you divorced? Yes, I am. Hold on one second. Let me because I'm gonna tell you why I know marriage is so beautiful. Because I don't dwell on the negative. I rather dwell on the positive. So I can easily sit here and say how bad. I can look at many things to say how bad my marriage was and everything, but I just don't do that. That's just like, again, if you're with a person for an amount of time and you're having a great time, a great life, why ruin it? Just because they ask you this or whatever. I mean, I just
although you divorced, your experiences that you had was beautiful. You had a wife, you had children that grew up through that marriage. So when I'm quite sure, and I ain't speaking for my cousin, if he can speak for himself, I just think of, okay, it was the experience, it was a learning experience. Anytime I had was good, the times that I didn't was bad, but I got through it. And now I'm on the other side, and it can be a beautiful thing. There were a lot of beautiful moments and a lot of non-beautiful moments, but it was an experience that grew, helped me develop who I am today.
Exactly. And I'm not bitter about anything. I'm really not. Sometimes I may come off a little hard about certain things, whatever. And sometimes I need to work on that. But again, I would rather give people their roses than firecrackers. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to blow them up with the negatives. I mean, because we're imperfect. So I don't want to do that.
All right, I'm about to be out.
All right, Cuzzy Mo. Big Sister Calvin, those chili rules. Chili from TLC is 50 and still single.
And I wasn't calling you old cousin. I just was like, oh, the time is gone so fast. We adults. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that time goes
I'm
fast.
like, yeah, I remember in the backyard playing that. Oof, Lord,
right.
I got grandkids. Oof.
Yummy Gummy said, continue to enjoy what? That seems it would be a very hurtful thing, possibly damaging to the ego, feeling as though you are not enough. Let me say this. It's funny. No, cuz I was just going to say you hit it on the nose when you said that. You said that that's more like an ego thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you said that earlier, and Yummy Gummy just said it. Continue to enjoy what? That seems like it would be a very hurtful thing, possibly damaging to the ego, feeling as though you are not enough.
But let me end my comment on saying, you talking about the ego and damaging. It's like, okay, so your ego, your feelings involved on that, instead of getting to the truth of it, you're going to have feelings either way. And if you say your ego, okay, then you felt like you were shot down, something wrong. I would rather for saying no, because maybe they said, I don't want to be married, but I still want this person. I would rather know the truth than just to say, oh, okay, well, my ego. I think a lot of times our ego get in the way of us having decent relationships because our ego is just so big.
What are you scared of being married?
Who?
Anybody. If someone proposes to someone and the person, anybody, if someone proposes to someone and the person who says no, but the person who says no is still willing to stay in a relationship, what's the difference? Why are you scared to get married?
Some people
I
just
tell
are.
you
They
what,
might not have a good role model. They might be the fear of being a leader. You got a lot of people who could be a supervisor at a job, but they want to stay a worker because they don't want the responsibility that comes
Mhm.
with that position. Again, it's about position. Some people stay in one role one time because they're not ready, and it may be their anxiety, their depression, their trauma that they could have that they don't want to step their game up. You seen people that's been a cashier at a grocery store forever, and they have enough time in and have been vetted, but they don't want the responsibility of being a supervisor. They just because they're like, shoot, if I become a manager, I'm have to be on call. People gonna get on my nerves. They want to get off. I gotta handle it. Some people don't want that. They just want minimalist type situations.
And see, Calvin, sometimes if you ask certain, let's say some of these guys, because to be honest with you, marriage does not, especially if it ends, does not end well for guys. And some guys don't want to deal with that end game. Like, but that's not me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the responsibility. I'm telling you, because I'm a provider, I'm a protector. I do all that, and I know what it takes, and it's not easy. So if you go to do it, you got to be prepared for all that stuff. You're going to have to prepare for the unknown,
Mm-hmm.
because you do not know what's going to come up. You don't know what it takes, but you're going to have to you're going to have to learn along the way.
A lot of time it's also a responsibility.
So
Okay,
so in a
now that I'm
relationship,
married to a woman, I'm gonna have to be responsible. Let's say she get breast cancer, and that's not something I want to deal with medically. That could be a reason. It could be people think of all type of reasons not to be in relationships or to be married.
Mm-hmm.
so you're in a relationship and the proposal happens and it doesn't go well. It does it's a no for the proposal. You continue to be in a relationship. And the reason for the proposal because you don't want to deal with the consequences or the adversities that come with being married. Being married. First of all, there should never be a proposal if you're the man, if you're scared of that aspect of losing everything and risking everything. Second of all, as a woman, if you can't handle the adversity that comes with a relationship and you don't want to play your role or be faithful or be loving or be submissive and be a wife, because I mean I'm not opposed to being married. I'm not opposed to being married. At the same time, I know that if I'm gonna spend time with somebody and after I spend time with them and they say no, after it don't matter, after 6 years, after 10 years, they say no, then we should establish that from the get-go. That should have been established from
How?
the get-go.
How?
And listen, it can be established from the get-go because guess what? When you say I'm just looking to date, maybe a relationship, friends, I never plan on being married, you establish that from the get-go. That way that question never comes up. That question never has to come up.
Let me
At the
say this.
beginning, you have 2 years to let that person. You have so much time to let that person know. Don't even ask the question.
But it don't work like that though, Shimmy. Because you know what? If you're going to be a person that's great, and I'm telling you, y'all going to be in your happiness, right? What's going to happen? I don't care how much you sit up there and say, "Hey, look, I'm not getting married. I'm not getting married." Guess what? That mate of yours is going to probably drum up a way to say, "Hey, let's get married." You're going to ignore. That's just like even you. You might be saying last month I ain't getting married, but guess what? It feels so good sometimes. Man, I don't care what I say last month. Let's get married.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And guess what? And while you doing that, she plotting to get another man to marry her. Cause she already know
Right,
you're tied behind ain't doing it. So I'm
right.
gonna play with you to get the benefits out of you. And I'm like, oh, she broke with me, and 2 months later she married the gym bob.
But see,
Okay.
that's just like how what you said earlier when you were saying that sometimes some guys, if they tell this person no, and this, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people think this way. Oh, I'm not ready right now. But then 6 months later, they marry somebody else. So it can go
Mm-hmm.
both of those ways.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
But I mean, bottom line, let's say if you tell this woman that I'm not ready yet or whatever, and the next thing you know, like you said, she might be plotting now like he don't want me, and she out there in them streets making herself available because
Yep,
she's
she in the
emotionally
streets.
stained because of that.
And
And
then down there too, maybe that person giving her something that you couldn't give her. Maybe she a stronger man than that other man than you. It could be a whole bunch of and vice versa. Men might not see that I'm a strong woman to be a wife and found Susie who gonna be Susie homemaker. It could be anything. People got a whole bunch of stipulations with them nowadays.
that's why you just have to live.
Yep. Be happy with what you got at the moment, because tomorrow you could be gone on the glory. Ow.
Right, right. And
And I'm about to go to glory with my chicken wings.
a cuz get chicken wings every
Single
Friday.
people.
Huh?
Yeah, that's my little thing. That's single people like we eating chicken wings on Friday nights.
Big Sis said, marriage is beautiful. This is my experience. I have a wonderful
wow.
husband who is going to whip a concrete's butt
Yeah.
on the kid. Okay, all right. All
And
right.
she also said,
Y'all what she say?
cousin Les said, Calvin, that's her thing. Calvin, you need a young girl who don't know no better.
Hey, cousin Leslie don't know me. Actually, cousin Leslie, let me help you out real quick. I'm actually a loner and an introvert, but with personality. So I don't have to be married. But if I do spend my time with somebody after 2 or 3 years, the question coming up. So I'm gonna say this one more time. I'm a loner, introvert with personality. But if I spend some quality time with someone for a long period of time, that means I care. That means I'm gonna argue about what you say, the feet, the baby powder. We gonna have some arguments. We're not gonna hit below the belt. Where your medical insurance that you can't get in the car with them feet and no dental card. Guess what? When I spend all that time with you, I might propose a question.
You're
And
gonna
guess
be
what? She
single, and
say
maybe you
no.
need to get
Then
you a man.
when she say no, then I go back to being that loner introvert. It's okay. It's not mandatory. Marriage is not mandatory. And I'm happy to hear that there are people out there with marital bliss. I admire that.
Okay.
Miss Leslie H said, whatever happened to honoring the vows that you take when you get married? Love, honor, cherish in sickness and in health, good and bad. I mean, definitely. I mean, you need to honor that. You know what I mean? You definitely need to honor that. You know, when you're married. And Yummy Gummy said, amen to Calvin. Calvin, I got nice feet and toes, says Miss Christina.
I said I want to eat my chicken wings, Christine. I don't want no visuals. Thank you so much.
So okay, Calvin, but like I said, once you get married, I hope that you stay married because that's the purpose. You see what I'm saying? That's the purpose. Unfortunately, we are dealing with a lot of things in this world today that could make things very difficult, right? You have a lot of social media that's misguiding people. Half of these people that's getting married never saw a marriage, only on TV. You know, they never saw how a wife works. Not Atlanta Housewives, no. A lot of these guys never seen how a husband or a father works. It's a lot going on out here. So you just have to and then it's so hard for y'all women to get a good guy. And I feel bad because it is hard to find a good guy. It's hard. Heck, it's hard to find a good guy that came up in a two-parent home that actually saw how a man and a husband works. Same thing for women. Has she seen a wife and a mother, a woman with class and being graceful? No, she sees twerking.
A virtuous woman.
Right. So it's a lot going on out here, and people are getting married just for the sake of getting married. But me, if I mean, one other thing I wanted to mention too. When you go to propose to a person, have something set up like that you actually know that they want to get married. Don't just do the life-altering thing. You know what I'm saying? Because some people don't want to alter their life so much right now. And don't just ghost ride your relationship if it doesn't go your way at that moment. I'm leaving. Well, where the heck are you going? What you about to do?
Bounce.
To do what?
It's like this. Nobody wants to feel inadequate. Nobody wants to. It's not about an ego thing. A bruised. Everybody has a bruised ego, but no one in a relationship, in a meaningful relationship, wants to feel inadequate. So when that proposal comes before you and it's denied, that person, you can't tell the one who's been denied how to feel. You can't tell them how to feel. You can't tell them how to respond. You can't tell them what to do next. There's no cheat sheet on what to do next. Yeah, there's a backup plan. You can just leave and go sleep around or whatever. But when you're vested into someone, when you're serious and you really want to be with them, and you're thinking all along that, hey, maybe she's waiting, maybe she's waiting, maybe she's waiting, and then she says no.
Let me say something.
Then how vested were you to move on that fast? Because if you could just give up and you say you were vested, it's just like if you vested in a company and it loses some stock, are you giving it all the way up, or you just going to fold? So it's
she's
everything that you wanted because you wanted to marry her, because you know she also was everything that you wanted. Now you're gonna drop her and go out here for what? Probably
Right.
find some people that's not gonna equal up to her instead of working through issues problem. It's just the same if you're married. You're just gonna drop your wife and y'all have an issue. No, hopefully you'll go to counseling or whatever type of counseling, spiritual counseling, pastoral counseling, whatever, counseling, family counseling, something, or maybe you need to have discussions to engage in trying to change or better your relationship. Maybe the fire is not lit no more. Men go through issues and women go through issues, especially as they get older. It may be hormonal issue. It could be a person sickly. You don't know. It could be a chemical imbalance. They may change. It may be different, especially at your age. Yeah, you old. So women in your age group is going to be a little different versus
Very
younger
different.
people.
And let me say this. Yummy Gummy said, Shimmy got it right. Well, Yummy Gummy, Shimmy ain't never been married. So we talking air with him. He ain't never been married. So what he got right that he ain't do yet? And that's no shot against you, Shimmy. I'm just asking a question for a friend. You see what I'm saying? He ain't got it right. He ain't been married. He haven't had that experience.
Here's the thing. Those years I played house with my girlfriend, those 9 years, we lived together.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a marriage. I went with her family. She went with my family. She had my point of contact. And of course, we didn't have a will together because it didn't go that far, or a certificate. But the difference between marriage and a relationship is just pretty much documentation. So I never felt she was mine. She was mine. Of course, there was no official divorce. There was a breakup, but what's scared of going ahead and doing the paperwork? What's wrong with doing the paperwork? And you saying, I understand what you're saying, the losses that come behind after you do fill out the paperwork. Well, guess what? If you're in love, the paperwork won't be that brutal. that pencil whipping will not be that brutal if she love you. Because if you really want to get up out of there, she'll leave you everything. I've seen women walk out of there and just leave with her drawers on.
I've seen that
Absolutely.
too, and I've seen,
I did it. I did it. So I know.
I also seen women leave guys, and he only had 2 strings on his balls,
Okay. Hang time.
and that
So
was
now
it.
he can braid it up and keep it moving.
You see what I'm saying? I talk to dudes all the time. Oh, I can't get this bike now because I was just in a divorce. My wife left me. For what?
Okay, well, work an extra job and get you a bike.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm not even dwelling on that because there are lawyers and all this other stuff that you can get. But that's not even it, what I'm talking about. When you say that you was with this woman for 9 years, okay, everything was honky-dory, right? Get married, and the spirit of marriage is going to change the dynamics of you and your relationship. Trust me. And I'm not saying it's going to change it for the worse. It's just going to change it. Remember when y'all used to argue and you had that confidence? I'll leave. Nope. You can't say it anymore. You can leave all you want, but there's consequences behind you leaving. It's just different. And I'm not saying to look for the mistakes or the bad things. I'm not saying that, but I'm just telling you it's different. It hit different. And you just, why do you think most of these dudes be simping in their marriages now? Because they ain't got no more pull. The law of the land is going to favor 8 times out of 10 the woman. So you might as well shut up. And then as she gets older, as she gets older, the more masculine she's going to get. Women can't escape that unless they go get some hormonal therapy, because their testosterone is going to grow, and then estrogen is going to get low. Yours is going to get low. The stuff that your testosterone, right? And then your estrogen is going to grow. So you're going to be more feminine. She going to be telling you what to do.
Yep.
And I bet not hear you go against her. Cause she going, let me catch up on these. Big Sis said, Calvin, you're on a podcast with many opinions, so please don't take any offense to what is being said. I use no malice in what I say to you. Right. And I think Calvin has thick skin, which is good. And I don't think anybody's really trying to bash him or me or whatever. I mean, I say what you want about me. DJ Excel said, here's the receipt if why he feels this way. When you've been hurt, you look for that exit fast. Oh, we got Bella Mirage in the building. Good to see you. You're so right, B More. Thank you. Big Sis said, Calvin, by the way, you don't know me either. I'm speaking from experience and age. Okay, so all I'm just saying is that if you propose to someone or they propose to you or whatever the case may be, just don't go like running. Like if you hear no, don't drop your books and lose your lesson. You see what I'm saying? Like, either keep working on it, and time may change the things to the direction that you wanted to be. You know, now she say, you know what? I really love him. You see what I'm saying? Oh, give it time. Why go? That's the reason why right now we have so many men out here complaining about women, or so many women out here complaining about men, because they ran off or just made these impulse runoffs. You see what I'm saying? And then and now they're complaining about the relationship they're in, and when they had a good man or they had a good woman. So that's just the best thing. Don't go running, don't make impulse decisions. The person asks you something. If it didn't go in your favor, whatever happened to working for things. That's it. But I appreciate everyone for being here. It's always a good show, and it's always every time we can't see y'all face, but we see y'all names, and y'all names bright nowadays. We appreciate y'all support. Y'all supporting us just by being here. And we look at all of y'all as family, and we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all comments. We appreciate y'all outlook on things. Everything. Big Sis said, Calvin, just learn to listen and stop being so defensive. You don't have to agree, but take it. You're getting some good information. Yeah, we can learn a lot from one another.
Okay. So we're together 6 years.
I'm about to go.
After 6 years, after 6 years, I propose.
Mm-hmm.
She says no. I wait another 6 years. She says no after that. Let me finish. She says no after the other 6 years. So that's 12 years. I wait another 6 years. I propose. When do I leave? If I want to be married. Remember, if I want to be married, I already waited 18 years. If I want to be married, how long do I keep waiting if she said no after 3 times?
Have you asked yourself, why did you wait that long?
How long are you supposed to wait?
There's no time on how long you're supposed to wait. What was the reason you
So
waited?
marriage should never be the question, as long as you're happy.
Thank you. Bing
I
bong.
never brought up marriage.
But that's what it's about. Because every time you get married doesn't always bring you happiness. Sometimes you can be happy and then get married and be unhappy.
I said we're saying the same thing, just two different ways. You don't have to be married to be happy.
Right. Bella Mirage said you should leave after 2 years. And I would like to hear your view on that, Bella Mirage. Why would you leave after 2 years? Right. And Big Sis said, Calvin, it's called life. You should have been left. Okay. Now, but the thing, and then when she says no, okay, I want to understand. Okay. Say, for instance, you said 9 years, 9 years, 9 years, right? Whatever, right?
6 years.
All right, 6. If you was there 6 years, right? How was the first 6 years?
Beautiful.
How was the second 6 years?
Even more beautiful.
How was the third 6 years?
Perfect. And she still said no.
Okay, so what did you get out of that? You could have been with somebody for 6 years, all these years, and it could have been terrible.
But if I wanted to be married, what's the problem with her?
If you wanted to be married and she said no, move on.
Was that
that's your I said if you want to be married, she don't, move on that. Because if it's gonna be that way, just move on. If you feel though you want to be married, eventually she don't, maybe the first 2 years, 6 years, she still said no, say no. Now for me, like some other people, and I think what's her name? Miss Amelia not on here. She was married for a very long time. It could be some people even say for benefits reason. If I get married again, I won't get my first husband's retirement. You're supposed to think about money or benefits that come after, whatever. Or I could say, if I marry that person, both our incomes will be too much and I won't qualify for something and I'm on disability. I need this type of insurance. It could be a whole myriad of different things of why people may not want to get married. So I think the bottom line had a conversation. If the conversation was, conversation like, well, I just don't believe in marriage. And then you believe in marriage, she don't, there you go, there your answer, leave. But conversations need to be had. That's the bottom line.
But if you're happy.
If he wants to be married and she don't.
Yeah, just go.
Go on about your business.
Because if you have never been married, you owe yourself that.
Right. If that's what you want to do.
That's what I've been saying.
Don't put her foolishness in yours.
That's what I've been saying the whole time.
No, listen to the end of what she just said. If that's what you want to do.
if that's what you want to do, and she don't. Because some people, not everybody want to be married. You know, everybody on here talking about this covenant, the Bible, whatever. Listen, y'all ain't out there when y'all freaking people. Y'all ain't saying all that. So it's whatever you feel. She may have been married before and had experience and don't want to do that again, and you have not. So you're looking at it at a different light than she is. It's a struggle being married. It also can be beautiful, but it's a lot of work. You can
Right.
go home, throw your dirty drawers on the ground, and jump in the bed. When you got other people responsible, what we gonna eat? What we gonna do? We need to find it. You know, it's a lot more planning because it's multiple people. So she may not want to put that work back in. Or she could have saw being married as, she could have some type of trauma from her family. You know, it was a bad situation with her mom and dad. He was beating her. Some people like, I don't want to get married because maybe you'll start beating me. It could be a myriad thing. Or she could be talking about maybe she want to keep it open because maybe she like same sex. Listen, people have a lot of things going on in their life and they talk about it in groups and such and whatever. So it could be a myriad of reasons. She might love you and love the company that you're in, but as far as committing to that, she may not want to commit to that.
DJ XL said, when you play Nintendo and Mario dies, do you reset the game? A good analogy.
I don't play video games, so
yeah, I don't either, but I played them at a time, but I mean, I know what he's saying. I know what you know what he's saying as well.
Yeah.
But
if I lose a basketball game, of course I sit on the bench and wait till I can play next. I mean, let's cut to the chase. Being resilient, that's never a problem for a lot of people. Some people aren't resilient. I'm one that's resilient. So, and with the thick skin, I mean, that's part of being
resilient in that relationship. You were
resilient in a relationship because
the resilient one. What made you the resilient one?
I'm always a resilient one. I can get over it quick because, like I said, I've always kept I will get over it because the expectations are low, the standards are high. When you get married, that's at a top tier. That's a unit. That's at a different level. If I have a woman, I want to marry her, and she doesn't want to do it after 2 or 3 years, then I need to find another woman that's on that level that wants to be married. And guess what? That doesn't mean she's a bad person because she said no and she doesn't love me or whatever. I may want to be married. Or
okay, so now she was a great one in your life, right?
Who?
The 666 girl.
Yeah, this is all hypothetical. This is all hypothetical. Yeah,
no, but I'm just asking.
Yeah.
So that girl right there, she was the one, right?
Perfect.
Who have you found since you left, since you shut the door, since you ghost rode the relationship? Who have you found after that was just as good as her?
Well, here's my course of action. Once she says no after the third time after 10 years, then I have to get back out there in the game. And hopefully I'm lucky again to meet someone else that I would love to propose to. It's like this. You can't force a square peg in a round hole. If I want to be married, and truly be honest with you, Jimmy don't want to be married. Really, I don't. I would love to.
So listen. So if a girl asks you right now, Shimmy, I want to get married, what you about to do?
Like you always say, how much time? It takes time. You got to get to know each other. But to get back out there in the game, it's like that's what it is. It's part of life. If somebody tells you no, I mean, why you keep sticking around?
You said it takes time, but then you use an analogy earlier about in foreign countries or other countries, they don't get that dating time.
Yeah, only in America we do that. Only in America we
go get your woman and watch 90 Day Fiance on the cables. Let us know how they work out once you watch 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, only in America we have this superficial criteria of what a relationship and marriage should be. Granted, there are a lot of beautiful marriages out there. I have a lot of friends and family that are married, beautiful, and I've seen some nasty breakups. I've even hooked couples up and they got married. So it can go either way. It's just the luck of the draw. It is the luck of. I've seen it. I'm talking about nasty breakups, and I've seen marital bliss. I mean, I've seen it. So it's all in the cards. It's if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. If it doesn't work, then you have to be resilient. You're saying stay in there if you're happy, but if one, not me, if somebody wants to be married, then they should pursue that dream. Because I think you're saying, oh, all this work. It's not work if you love somebody. It ain't work
Okay,
at
can
all.
I say this? And this gonna be my last because I'm about to get off. Shammy, let me say it with my chest. Find you a woman when you first meet her. Y'all have the like in-game goal. You need to say, I'm dating with a purpose. My in-game purpose is to get married. Is that your in-game? If she said yes, then we need to start talking about finances, where we're going to live, getting to know each other, going to counseling, doing those couple things so you can get to know each other. You're 50 plus. What you want? 51, boo. There's not
I didn't say
25, 30.
I never said I wanted to get married. I would
No,
love to be.
I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to find out if a woman come that you really like and come to you and ask you, can y'all get married? And you say not yet, or whatever,
You
or you
don't
How
say
long
want
did
no.
it take?
to.
Okay,
And she no
we're
no no no
using
no
me.
no. And she leaves, and you be like, no, baby, no, don't go, because now you want. That's what you do.
I can respect her bouncing. I can respect her leaving. I can
Okay,
respect that because if I
okay.
don't want to get married and she does, it's not fair to her. It's not fair.
Why isn't it fair? I mean, look, why would she leave? I mean, if she does not leave, cool. If she leaves, cool. But how stupid is that?
Yeah, I mean,
That's stupid.
I feel like any woman that leaves Shimmy is stupid. But
Oh Lord.
I can't blame them if
Bruh.
they want to be married and Shimmy don't want to be married. You know, it is what it is.
Well, there you have it. Players ball. Uh, okay. Bella Mirage said, and this is pertaining to after 2 years, leave. Why would you stay in a relationship for so long without a covenant? It don't that long. Oh, I guess she was saying it doesn't take that long to know each other or your motives. Some people think marriages mess up relationships. They don't, but then again, they do. It doesn't. It can go either way, any given time or any given relationship. Some relationships flourish during marriage, and some don't. It's almost like starting a business. You know, I mean, you get in a business, and either your business is going to flourish or it's going to fail.
Somebody told
DJ,
me this question. Would you marry somebody that you wouldn't even do business with or go into a business with? Because being in business with somebody is a whole bunch of trust and things like that. Would
yeah,
you
it's like
marry
a marriage.
somebody, right? Would you marry somebody you wouldn't even start a business with? Because you know their finances are screwed up, they don't have integrity, whatever. So they said, ask that question. Would you marry somebody you wouldn't even go into business with?
No,
Now we're
because
talking about now we're talking about being responsible, character, commitment, dedication to the business. If you ain't dedicated to getting to the bag, I know you ain't dedicated to staying in love.
DJ Excel said that now you got to take a look at yourself and ask why she keeps saying no. Right. Also, he said, Shem, you said 2 years, even cars do 36 months. And then Big Sis said, Calvin, call Big Sis. Miss Marla said, Calvin, don't waste your time on some young girls. Miss Christina said, right, XL. She also said, just not to the bus stop, women. Laugh out loud. Miss Marla said, who would
Calvin,
someone pick? up
When you
from a
picked up
bus.
the hoe on the bus stop, were you an older man or a younger man?
I was a younger man, and she had a boyfriend, and we went back to the crib. So when you said that she was a prostitute, I went ahead and said, yeah, for the sake of it, whatever. But she had a boyfriend. We went back to her crib.
Okay,
It
but
was
you had to say the sake of me. You should have told the truth and shame the devil. Hell, we
no,
want the
no,
truth
no,
from the beginning, not
you
3
cut
hours
you,
later.
ma'am, you cut me off while I was sharing the story. You didn't let me finish. So you picked up. Well, we did business. She had a boyfriend. She was living with some man. I mean, he was at work, and it went down. She just wanted the money. She didn't want to go get nothing to eat. And I'm
Prostitution.
supposed to, and
Well, I
I,
mean,
and
you
I'm supposed to
paid
ask
her.
a woman, and I'm supposed to ask a woman twice to marry me.
All right. So look, Bella Mirage also said most marriages are made out of financial stability and not love. If it's true love, y'all wouldn't have so many issues. But again, like I said, marriages is also a business. That's business. You see what I'm saying? So again, also finances could make a marriage fail. You get some people that go and get these extravagant weddings. They get all this financing for it, and then now when it's all said and done, they done fed everybody. They went on their honeymoon, and then here comes reality. The bills of that ceremony that they had, and they ain't catching up on it, and they arguing, and they going through all this old stuff, and eventually a lot of them get divorced. So I mean, it's definitely something. Miss Marla said, "Oh my, you can't captain save these girls or women, Calvin." Well, anyway, I think it was a very good dialogue we had going on. Uh, um, and it was just another fun show. Again, a lot of times we learn from one another or learn others' experience, and sometimes when we learn your experience, you help us not to experience what you experience.
Got that right.
So,
Hey, free,
yes, sir.
free. After hearing about, I ain't never get married. After hearing about some of these marriages on here,
I
I ain't
mean,
never get married. And
okay.
I probably did the right thing when I went off into the Navy, and I was a single man then and experienced, and I witnessed women doing whatever when the husband was going on the ship and going to other countries. I'm pretty sure he was doing whatever he wanted to do, but the wives were back there doing whatever they wanted to do. So I already had in my mind at a young age, I seen how the marriages move.
Yeah. And well, actually, a lot of those guys end up coming home and
The
end up
wife
coming.
already pregnant.
Yeah, she didn't got with somebody else and everything, and them dudes either end up unfortunately taking their own lives or take the person's life. I mean, it's disastrous. So a lot of times you don't want to put yourself out there in them streets like that. But I mean, I'm not saying that, again, I'm not saying don't get married, but make sure you're ready to get married. Don't get married out of pressure. Don't get married out of just a lot is there's a lot of, just make sure you're mentally and physically ready for marriage, period. Because like I said, it could just be ready, because it's a lot and it takes a lot of responsibility. DJ XL said that goes back to what I said earlier. Norfolk wives for the streets. Yep. Out there in the Navy streets, the naval streets. So another show that I've enjoyed, and I hope you guys enjoyed as well. And we will be back on Wednesday. Bella Mirage said Black widows are on the rise. Yes, they are. We will be back on Wednesday. We had actually a nice show the other day with M. Nicholas. That was a very dope show. That was our music show. And tonight was our relationship podcast, which was another great one. It was, like I said, it was great to see all of you guys and hear all of your comments and everything. We're about to end this show off, and we're going to start switching some things up here. And having some new things going on, like new conversations and giveaways and everything else. We're working on it. So once again, thank you so much, cuz. Thank you so much. It's always wonderful to see you. All right. Thank you so much, Shimmy. Thank you so much, DJ XL. Thank you so much, Big Sis. Thank you so much, Yummy Gummy. Thank you so much, Miss Marla. Thank you so much, Bella Mirage. Thank you so much, Miss Christina.
Christina, yeah. Brother-in-law with his shenanigans.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yummy Gummy. We said Miss Marla, thank you for coming in with your camera. Finally, Leslie H, thank you for coming in. Raheem and Steven, DJ Unique. That's what we're gonna say. DJ Unique. We brought a lot of right there. Okay. We got him. The individuals on TikTok and Facebook, thank you for coming in as well. Definitely have multiple streams on the platforms. We can't see them, but we use a program on this side. Thank you, A. Muhammad, for coming in. Let's see who else we had. And I think that was, Tiffany McCray. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for blessing Shimmy with his birthday gift on the Cash Apps. Make sure you continue to like, share the podcast, and continue to subscribe for the notification to come on, so you know when the shows come on, whatever time they come on Street Tactics Media on YouTube, Wednesdays and Fridays so far.
And shout out to the people who were on the stream but did not comment, and we don't see y'all. Shouts out to y'all for being here. We appreciate y'all. And once again, make sure everybody shout out DJ Shimmy and his new chapter in life. And I tell you, March is a real one. You know what I'm saying?
I've been through 20 birthdays so far.
Calvin, those marriages that you read, heard, and seen were not your experience. You should actually have a great relationship, marriage, etc. Who else?
Marla said, please don't jump into anything. And XL said, maybe Creep will have me back.
We waiting on you, XL.
Have a wonderful birthday weekend, Calvin. Enjoy yourself. Get you some business so we can stay out of yours. And y'all have a great weekend. Get you some sunshine.
Yes. All right. We will see y'all in a couple days. But if y'all see the live pop up, please come on. Big Sis said, happy new chapter, Calvin. Where's that thing at? Man, that thing always pop up in my way. All right. All right. And DJ XL said, I got my pink slip.
We all did. I got mine too.
Whatever. So we will see y'all. And if y'all see that notification button pop up, please log on, because we might have something else going on. All right. So we will see y'all in a couple of days. Thank y'all.
Enjoy yourselves.